We live, YouTube, Twitch, Facebook group. Like I said, y'all more than welcome to come through and leave a comment. We're going to be jumping on a couple things. Of course, we got to talk about Snowfall. First 2 episodes. I'll try to jump into that.
What up?
A couple of random questions I'm going to ask. I'm going to try to do that again. Because I feel like I've been getting out of the real world questions or whatnot. So I'm going to try to dive more into that a little bit. I got a couple, let me see, some music came out. Got something from DURK, got something from Currency. Kanye actually did do something with Donda too, but if you ain't got that Steam player, you ain't hearing nothing. So,
All right.
might have a plug out there. I gotta wait though, trying to see. I'm not getting that Steam player.
They say that's the future.
Hey,
That's the future of streaming. Because then the artists, I'm not mad at him doing it like that because he's trying to bring control back to the artist, you know? Like, it's like, I don't get what people don't understand about this, like, whole distribution and shit like that. Like, it's like, bruh, I am the artist. I create this, and then, but everybody gets to eat off of my artistry. You get what I'm saying?
talking about Kanye. That's why let me put on the headphones make sure I can hear clear. What's going on, K-Dot?
Oh, what's up? I know. Oh, so y'all talking about how Kanye trying to get $230 out of me? For sure.
Nah, I already said it before you came up here.
I love me.
I ain't mad at it.
I love me some Kanye. Kanye can be crazy, but I love me some Kanye. But that is crazy. $230 for some music. I love music, but I ain't spending $230 for an album.
I think of it's an investment because eventually more people are going to jump on it.
Right, like if it becomes like more marketable to the public, then Kanye gonna have to find a reasonable price, like $10 a month, or something like that. But I think I'm not against the idea of him doing his own streaming service where he can distribute his own music on there and stuff. Like, I think that's actually a smart thing to do. Create a new streaming platform. You start it up, and doing it this way, I won't be the first one to invest into it, but when it becomes more marketable, I'll get it. If it's a good service, Kanye make sure you got all the music I want on there. That's why at the moment I'm using Spotify. It's my streaming app. But
that's what I'm using.
Me too.
But think about it like this: so Kanye got a lot of beats right now. He might not put Cudi shit on there.
Yeah,
he might be a little bit petty. Say, Cudi don't get no play here.
I mean, I'm looking at it though, like what he trying to do as far as the streaming service wise, but I'm not paying for it. But this ain't for us. That's how I'm looking at it. This ain't for people like us that know that they ain't gonna buy it. This for the people who going to get Yeezers and doing all of that, buying the clothes or whatnot. He know what he's doing it for.
All the let all his hype beasts invest into it first, and if it jumps off somewhere, he gonna be like, all right, let's turn this into a business. But I hope Kanye doesn't get in the way of him trying to make his own this new original product for himself to get this new business popping. Because sometimes Kanye will
let his personal shit.
Yeah, he'll let his personal shit mess up his like business decisions. Well, I mean, and he like publicly right now, he going at Kim. Now it ain't my business, but he made it our business. But it's like, I don't really care. But it's like, come on, bro, I don't want to see you beefing with Kim. It's funny. I don't want to see it, but it's funny though. It's entertaining.
Yeah. What's going on, Brillo? Appreciate you coming through, bro.
That's like I tell people all the time. I'm like, these celebrities and they personal issues with each other. I'm like, bruh, this is just human interaction. This is real people, real life shit, but it's blown up to be such a big thing because they're a celebrity.
The way he doing old buddy though, pretty much had him just jumping on Instagram and then hopping right back off as far as Skeet. Because we can't even call him Pete no more. He done made my man like, yo.
Niggas went to chat. Niggas went in chat to him, find God.
I was like,
he said, tell your mama that I made you change your name. I'm like, Kanye. Kanye.
That's like Kanye probably the worst person to beef with because he's not gonna hold back. He's gonna be
No.
honest about what stuff is going on. Like if you send a text and you in an interview say, no, I didn't send that text to Kanye. What you talking about? Kanye gonna release that text, images, all that, everything. I
Yeah,
remember when Donda came out, he released that group chat shit with him and Travis and all them talking about, I make more than all you niggas in this group chat. Even Kim was in it.
yeah.
He told
I
him
forgot.
like, I make more than you. I was like, damn, some savage shit, but I
And
respect.
that make
Yeah, I mean, he ain't lying.
yeah,
No.
but that's what I'm saying. When you were just saying something about his tactics or whatnot as far as business wise, and I'm like, has he really failed business wise at any time?
Nah. I mean, Kanye has some times, he had to ask Jay-Z for some help with some shit. He has some money issues, but overall, he got his Yeezy shit. He got
Yeah, and I'm like, that's the strategy,
right?
right?
He's good.
He
money
went into debt. He took a risk. He went into debt,
right.
and it could have crippled him. But his marketing schemes, like I'm trying to tell you, this dude is a genius when it comes to marketing. That's why people out there are like will buy anything from him. He knows it. I legit had this theory that Kanye could be the leader of a cult because he's so charismatic and captivating. And I'm like, I'm not saying that he is, but I'm saying he can very well brainwash a whole bunch of people to do whatever the fuck he wants. But he's choosing to use his genius powers to just make music.
That was
like
Skeet's comment section. Fine guy. What's the other shit said? It was all just flooded with Kanye comments or whatnot. My man said, "Oh no, let me get up out of here."
Look, I ain't gonna lie. I might be part of it too. I'm trying to be one of his early, but I want to be an early disciple, but I can't because he already got some other disciples that came in.
Oh my god.
I don't know. I might be with K-Dot because I am trying to get like a beat for the intro.
Oh my god.
Hey, good music affiliate.
Mm-hmm. Maybe Kanye may not strike my copyright claim my channel no more because I like to be using the music and shit. That's why whenever I use Kanye music now for videos, I only use his instrumentals and I play it safe. I only play it safe with the instrumentals.
I don't mess with him or Jay-Z at no point. This shit is a rap. They're gonna block it. It's out of here.
But yeah, and
that's one of the reasons why
I brought it up too. Like with how Kanye gonna market Donda 2, expect 5 fucking live streams this time. Last time he did 3, he gonna do 5 this time, maybe 6. He might as well do 6. Make it 3 for 3, 6. Do 6 on top of that, add another 3, and he good and stuff. Because what he did now, it was kind of smart. He already made a bunch of money on top of his album release. And it all just came together. Like I was kind of genius.
Like I said, leading up to this, everything he doing with Peter, whatnot, everything he doing with even Kim Kardashian and whatnot, and then releasing a documentary on Netflix. So, speaking of the documentary, and shout out Brillo, I seen your comment, bro. Yeah, I done checked out the documentary, and I actually just recently checked out the second episode as far as Act 2 of the Genius Kanye trilogy. Like I said, it's just showing you more about why. For one reason, I said this in the comments too, that you can't wait on nobody. And that's one thing Kanye didn't do. He didn't wait on nobody. And he was around everybody's. The Rockefeller label as far as Jay-Z, Scarface, all these different artists or whatnot. And he just wasn't waiting on nobody because as far as him wanting to be a rapper himself. And that's one thing I really took out of that Act 2. Especially him trying to get Dame Dash attention.
All right, and look, that's why, at the end of the day, people can say whatever they want about Kanye. Look, I don't disagree with some people's takes on him, but at the end of the day, he's finna go down in rap history.
Yeah.
This dude's a GOAT. He's gonna go down as a legend. I mean, I'm not saying he's the best rapper. I'm not saying he's the best lyricist, whatever. Could make the best, but he's the most creative rap artist we've probably ever seen. And
absolutely.
So ever since rap began, he's the most creative.
And as far as him not writing his rhymes, don't get it twisted. The whole documentary, you see one person I see in particular always in the background is Consequence. And that's somebody that they're always mentioning and saying they used to help him write his rhymes and whatnot. But you've seen him freestyling, doing a bunch of them.
He can freestyle. I remember on that Wild and Out episode, he was freestyling.
You got to remember, this man is around Beanie Single, State Property, Memphis Bleak, Jay-Z, all these MCs as far as Rockefeller go, people that's actually trying to rap, and even the other artists that he's doing production for or whatnot. He couldn't help but to get into that zone or whatnot, but him actually taking it real serious and seeing how serious and dedicated he was to it. Remember, this ain't the internet age. This him walking around with cameras or whatnot, no iPhones, etc. or whatnot, but just what he was doing and how far ahead of his time he was.
Yo, him and Diddy, they be ahead of their time. And you know, people can say what they want about Diddy, but like the culture, Diddy moved the culture. He shift the culture with the shit that he did. Ye shift the culture with the shit that he does. Like, it is what it is.
Like I said, what was the scene when he in there playing the beats for the intern? It wasn't even interns, it was just people at Rockefeller offices or whatnot. They was saying basically that he didn't play that music like 10 times over and they had heard it before. That's why their reaction was like that. What's going on, Pretty Girl? Loves trap content. Appreciate you coming through.
Oh, what did y'all think about the music at the Donda 2 event, if y'all heard it?
Yeah, I was checking it out.
Any songs that caught your attention so far? They sound
the one with XXXTentacion, if I'm saying his name right.
Bro, I can't even say his name right.
XXX.
Yeah. My bad, Kate. I know. I think you're a real fan of him, so yeah.
It's all good. I mean, hey, it's all good. That's why we just call him X or Triple X.
That's what I say. I say the first 3 X's, and that's all you getting out of me.
And I ain't gonna front. That's an artist that I did not listen to like that. I ain't really know too much about him. I remember when I used to listen to DJ AKADEMKIS, he brought him up a couple times. One of the songs I probably done heard from him, not even his song, is when he was featured on Lil Wayne's "The Carter 5."
Oh, I didn't like his feature.
Oh.
I actually like that. That's one of my favorite ones on there.
They didn't mix his vocals that well on that. He can sing. They didn't mix his vocals that well. That sound like some early stuff that he just like probably did over the mic. Yeah, like because the 2 songs Kanye like it must sound much cleaner than the feature Lil Wayne had, the vocals and all that. Yeah. Like it sounds like a more complete chorus that he did. And actually, I think it was that song Selfish, or it was the other one where X also had a verse on it too. So he's actually using the complete verse. He ain't like just taking the chorus, trying to turn something that ain't a chorus to a chorus.
That's what Wayne did, didn't he? Just take the chorus.
Yeah, he just took chorus. That's what's sad. I think was sometimes rappers like to just say some shit over the mic and keep the file. Lil Wayne probably
being that I wasn't familiar with his music,
right? Because he didn't know about X before that. He probably just someone sent him the vocals and he just said, "Let's put
it's
it
hard
on
saying his name."
But I like that. I like that song, The Migos.
Yeah, I like that one too.
Was really good. I was playing that shit on repeat, and that's what happened when I listened to Donda the first time. Like shit, and that's why I kind of don't like how Kanye did these live streams. When the songs came out, I was listening to them right before the album came out. And you listen to them when the album came out, they're a lot cleaner, but it's like, dang, I already heard it.
Man, shit, they ain't gonna be able to do that because I gotta wait till the plug because the Steam player.
Oh yeah, I'm ready. Look, the leakers. Look, I don't be supporting leaks that much, but hey, the leakers, y'all need to get to work because I ain't spending no $230 for this shit. Whatever I got to download, whatever dark side of the internet I got to go to get that shit, I will.
He got Baby Keem on that song too.
All right, so Baby Keem for me, he growing on me. He growing on me. And I'm kind of glad he came out and was honest about being Kendrick's cousin because I was like, these two kind of sound like Kendrick this whole time.
That's what even when I seen the video, I'm like, is this Kendrick like trying to fuck with us or something? Have a like split personality type of persona or something? But nah, yeah, it's a whole different art. I swear I thought it was Kendrick. As far as just listening to the song before I seen the video.
Yeah, and I listened to his recent album, The Melodic Blue. I liked it. I thought he was cool. He's because at first, this is what I thought he was. I thought he was about to be some like Playboy Cardi clone and shit. And I only fuck with like 3 Playboy Cardi songs, or two at most. And I thought Baby Keem was gonna be that, But I was like, nah, he actually is trying to spit. He,
Yeah.
you know, he can put some bars together. Sometimes he does that type of voice, but he doesn't overdo it. You know, like he got
That's
talent.
what I think reminded me of Kendrick, the way he was doing his voice.
Yeah, because he does that other voice Kendrick does. But I think that's his like natural
I
voice
can't
that
wait.
he always raps in.
Smoking on rappers top 5, man. I'm like, come on, Kendrick, where you at? You were supposed to drop something at that halftime show.
Right, this
A
nigga,
little snippet
look,
of something.
I love me some Kendrick. You the reason my name K-Dot, but this nigga Kendrick should have can't dropped a new song at that shit. That shit would have blew up. If
In halftime.
because that's the most anticipated thing from Kendrick. Like, when is he gonna drop? What is he gonna drop? We don't know. We've been waiting since 2018 for him to drop something like a new single.
I just think, man, when he dropped, he taking heads off.
Yeah,
Taking heads off. I think what people
he
was
said, motherfuck that album. He said, motherfuck your album.
the way he said it, motherfuck that Al, fuck your street. Like, he was just like talking. Definitely looking forward to it. I feel like when he dropped that, what was the one he did when he was talking about like the one he had on Big Sean's song when he was dissing all the rappers or whatnot, and everybody thought when he was about to drop that new album he was gonna be coming at everybody. Then that was the Pimple Butterfly. It was like, oh shit, you ain't dissing everybody.
That's one of my favorite albums.
It is, definitely. I like that album when I first heard it, and I was anticipating for him to do what I thought he was going to do as far as what he did on Big Sean song, but I think he did what he was supposed to do on Big Sean song. It wasn't necessary no more. And the impact of that album to Pimple Butterfly.
Yes.
I think my favorite album for Kendrick was so far. It wasn't Damn. Damn I got a lot more songs on it that I like, but overall as an album, I ain't really was messing with it. But I think my favorite is the Black Panther album.
I didn't even really sit with the Black Panther album like that. Honestly, I did.
I listened to it like twice, and I picked what songs I like, and I just left it at that. I mean, it wasn't I mean, better than what most of these movies is putting out nowadays. Like,
for our soundtracks, yeah, of course.
Yeah.
Hey, he had the best soundtrack, like, you know, because the MCU don't got a lot of like memorable
What's
music.
going on, Bert?
The MCU don't got a lot of memorable music. You probably remember like the Avengers theme, but when you go back to Black Panther, you remember all the jingles and stuff, all the like. It's that part when they take the herb out of his body, and you just hear that little jingle, like you hear the jingles, like you remember that shit. You know, you remember all that. But in
those
Zack
Snyder's Justice League got a theme too.
Say that again.
Zack Snyder's Justice League, don't they got a theme?
Nah, I mean nothing that I can remember. Not like remember like the Avengers theme.
I was just messing with you. I damn so wasn't thinking about it.
Hey, I ain't gonna lie, but hey, Key, I did not like that music in Zack Snyder's Justice League. I love me some rock music, some heavy metal shit, but like that movie,
yeah, they did.
That stuff. He was doing too much rock music. I was like, not for a Justice League movie. Nah. I love me some of that stuff. I was like, the wrong movie. This is the wrong time to put this shit in here.
I know both of y'all ain't watched Snowfall.
Hey, I didn't watch Snowfall, but I am starting to watch that new mini series from Kevin, the one with him and Wesley.
Oh, you ain't watched True Story yet?
Yeah, I just started episode 1. It's good so far. Hey, Wesley fired just as usual. I love me some Wesley Snipes. Wesley Snipes is epic.
And I look, and then I spent my time watching Euphoria. So yeah,
I ain't got that yet. And somebody said,
"Hey, I haven't gotten to it yet, Nadia. My girlfriend been.
I ain't either.
As a woman, and I'm talking to y'all because y'all men, just be prepared for all the shit that you about to see, because it's a lot of nudity, and it ain't like the nudity like you think. And it's a bunch of like high school melodrama, but like, bruh, how easy is it for kids to get drugs? Like, I mean,
these days,
That's what I'm like. I'm like, is that easy? I mean,
Hey,
when I was younger,
I'm
I
trying to
wasn't
tell him,
looking
Pretty
for
Girl Trap.
drugs, so
I'm
Well,
I know.
definitely. See, I ain't no Euphoria though.
I don't think Euphoria probably not none. Something that is probably something I can handle because from what Euphoria got, I probably seen worse. I'll say that much. I probably seen worse. So I don't think Euphoria probably something like you truly shocked me.
It's like the
Well,
whole
not worse than like it's bad.
Yes, it's
Like worse
dark.
as in like
Oh, I gotta check it out then.
crazy
I'm definitely
shit.
gotta check it out. I'm with
You
it now.
know, I
It's not
seen
like it's depressing. That's what I mean. Like when you
yeah.
look at these people's lives, you just be like,
I don't
damn.
know then. Wait a minute. See,
Like, okay, and that's what I mean. If you not uplifted yourself, don't watch this shit because it'll bring you
I'm good with
down.
that. So I can watch because I
Now,
watch.
I mean, you gotta like this shit. You gotta be in a good mental state to watch this show because you just go because if not, you'll get fucked up. You
I mean, I'm about to finish Ozark, so I mean.
so-
Well, I seen
Yeah.
I mean I hope I'm not spoiling nothing for you, Nadia, but I seen this clip where there was this little white boy, this little gangster white boy had the shotgun, smashing this dude in the face with the shotgun.
This is a Euphoria.
This is in Euphoria.
Yeah, I gotta check this out.
One of the hardest characters.
And so from what I seen in the scene, so basically,
I gotta
the
check
dad, the dad slept with his.
Don't tell it. Don't spoil that. Don't.
I was like,
Because I mean, that's like the driving. That's like the driving force of the whole series. Like,
said the dad.
Nope.
Say ooh.
Wait a minute. I gotta check this out.
I'll just say this: there was some sharing going on. I'll just say that some sharing.
Yeah, from before.
Yo, man, that jump like psychologically.
Is it like that, Pretty Girl Trap? We watching Snowfall, we watching Pal, we watching all these dark shows. You telling me it's like that?
It can really bring you down if you not in a good mental state. Cause I was just like, bruh, I'm so glad I am where I'm at now before I started watching this show. Cause this shit, you just get absorbed in their life, and you just, boy, it's sad, man.
Hey, if that's the case, that means the show doing its job. You gotta
that's
what I'm saying. That's why I said I gotta check it out. I gotta see what's up.
They gotta like that's the job of the product to like throw you in that shit, like make you feel like you're part of it. I'm not sure if y'all seen Memento. Have y'all seen Memento by Christopher Nolan?
Is that the one where he's skinny or something? Like really skinny?
It's the movie where the dude has like he has short-term memory loss, and he like
check that out.
You gotta check. It's really good. Like if you watch it, you gonna feel like you got short-term memory loss. That's how good the shit is.
Is that Christopher Nolan?
Yeah.
Okay. I think I heard about that then.
I was about to say I think I heard about that too.
That shit was fire. I ain't gonna lie. When I watched it, I won't watch it recently. I was like, dang. I mean, I know I'm not the most intelligent person, but what's going on? Dude, this is something I'm missing.
You already know how Christopher Nolan do, bro. Like you have to be sitting there like, oh shit, this is about to be a homework assignment.
Exactly. That's exactly what it is.
Okay.
It's the other side of it. So it's like, you got y'all watching drug dealing, and that's the whole gangster side. But then what's going on with the people that's actually using the drugs, and that's what Euphoria.
That's why I like a show like The Wire, because they showing all those aspects from everywhere. They're going different angles. They're not just showing different the one particular topic.
Oh, hey, when The Wire. So I like recently watched Wire like last year. That shit was fire. Like, shouts out to the kid actors in that shit, because not a lot of kids in act. Them kid actors.
What? That's Michael B. Jordan early days.
You talking about?
In the later season when Michael and them came in.
Oh, you talking about season 4, the school? Yeah.
Man, them kids was acting.
That's the best one to me. That's the best one.
Oh, who's that? Man, that punk. That's why Michael was a G. His punk ass friend and shit. That was supposed. What's
going on, Chillmonger?
Was his punk ass friend with the braids and shit?
Nah, we talking about The Wire season 4.
Oh my! What was the name of the kid with the braids in the Wire season 5?
You talking about the one that was in the foster home that where was with the foster mother?
No. His dad was in jail. He was working with Avon and them. He was friends with Michael. He was supposed to be the one that was supposed to be in the life, and, but it flipped and it was actually Michael.
Oh, you talking about naming?
They
Naaman.
punk ass Naaman.
Yeah.
That punk ass motherfucker.
You should have seen the other nigga's face. He got beat up by
Can't
Uncle.
even- Man, this nigga Naaman can't even throw a balloon of like. I was like,
I got
nigga,
pissed on myself.
one good thing.
Yo.
But see, that's what I like about the show. Like, even though Naaman was going down that road, you would think he would have went down that road. You think someone
Yeah.
like Michael, who had more sense in his head, wouldn't. But even someone with a little bit of sense can fall into that lifestyle too. So that's why the show's so good.
Yeah, even when you had that scene where I can't remember my man's name, but when he trying to sell just to get some school clothes for him and his little brother, and he like, come out here and work these hours for me. I mean, come out here and work these what's the names for me when you get out of school. And he like, nah, I'm just trying to catch up to get me and my little brother right or whatnot. You just seen like he wasn't one of those ones that was trying to get out there to show off and do what Naaman was trying to do.
Yeah, he was trying to get money because Naaman wanted all the rep, but he wasn't putting in no work to get the rep. That's why
Absolutely. Naaman mama.
Remember that little badass bald ass kid fucking punked him and Michael had to sock that nigga in the face for Naaman.
The one that shot Omar.
Yeah, that's why Naaman got punked by that little boy. You know, I see some kids. I've seen some kids punk older people. I understand, you know, because kids they think they invincible. You can't really put hands on them little bastards. But it's like imagine if that got found out by anybody else besides Michael. Naaman cred, he ain't gonna get none. It's like you got punked by a little kid, he duped you and all this shit. But
and the way Michael reacted to it, and the way Naaman was sitting there with his reaction, come on, get your pack off this bitch. Like, he was just sitting there like, nah,
Michael,
don't want it. Don't want it.
I ain't gonna lie, I really thought Michael was about to kill this nigga. Hey, but I think that little boy deserved that shit though. He deserved it.
But that's just I'm glad you brought that up. That's just the impact of The Wire and just the good writing behind that. That's just only season 4. Yeah. We was introduced to them just in season 4. They weren't introduced in season 1, 2, or 3. We got introduced to these kids in season 4. And this ain't 20 episodes. This ain't 24 episodes. This was like, what, 10 episodes? It might be 13. It might have been 13.
Because they popped up. They literally popped up near the end of The Wire and came in and they made an impact.
You talking about no happy endings.
Michael coming. I don't sound right. Look, I like Michael, but I don't sound right. Michael coming. Omar coming sound better.
It do, but it's just the way they set everything up. The new Avon, the new what was my man Dookie about to turn into? Bubbles, basically.
He's about to be Bubba. Yep, he's about to be Bubba.
But see, that's what I'm saying. Snowfall. Y'all gotta get on Snowfall, man. Definitely gotta get on Snowfall. Do y'all know anything about Freeway Ricky Ross?
No.
Well, he was one of the people that was in the early 80s, going into the late 80s, going into like the 90s. And I ain't gonna sit here like I know every little detail, but in California, he was a real big distribution of cocaine or whatnot. And he was working with CIA, he was working with the government, and they ended up throwing him in jail. Like, they fucked him over. And you talking about people, you listen to an artist like Rick Ross, right?
Yeah.
Freeway Ricky Ross. That's who he got his name from.
I know. I knew that. That's when I started.
Didn't Rick Ross be like a correctional officer too?
Officer Ricky. Boy, them daggone cartoons. Short but shouty. You remember that shit? That's the early days of YouTube.
Yeah.
Oh God, I feel old. Let me stop.
You ain't I remember that. That was that old buddy on there with the little fake beard on, doing the Officer Ricky dance.
Officer Ricky.
I remember that.
Oh God.
What's cool, trademark?
Oh goodness.
But as far as Snowfall, it's just going into the early epidemic as far as drug epidemic. And you talking about this was who was the president at that
time? Wasn't it
Ronald Reagan?
Yeah, it might have been him, but it was Nixon? I think it was somebody else.
Nixon. Because that's when it started. That's when it started. Because like, especially in Vietnam, there was like a lot of them soldiers having opium and shit.
I'm
But
about to
this
say
around the
one of
time
them
when
bad
you had
guys.
one of the first ladies who was talking about the thing, just say no. That whole motto, whatnot, and the DARE program coming in and whatnot, and all that.
Yeah.
which
But
was
definitely,
which was
y'all need
bull,
to check out Snowfall.
which is bullshit. They thought that shit was gonna do just say no, because I people have factors in these drug
Peer
dealers.
pressure.
These I don't buy from no drug dealers, but I know some people that know some shit. But like with drug dealers, sometimes for them to get you hooked, they're like, hey, I'll give you a little taste, for the one time.
Yo, what's going on, Perk?
I'll give you that
What
free
up?
little taste, and they know they giving that free little taste, they gonna come back. So it's not just like people willingly buying this stuff, but they get peer pressured into it. Just take a little taste for the one time, come back. They have them, they have them buy it this time.
Yo, what's up, man?
Is that
We're in here talking about
Good,
Snowfall. I'm glad I got some people on here
Oh,
that finally know what I was talking about as far as Snowfall. Since these two niggas ain't watching Snowfall.
Man, I'm trying to stay up on my stuff. I'm trying to catch up on new stuff too. And at that moment, I was just like, I feel like watching Euphoria. And when I feel like watching something, I watch it all the way through.
I
I'm
do
See,
not
ready.
that's
get.
what I gotta get on. See, I ain't on that though. So
I don't get the hype with Euphoria. I watched like season 1 and stuff like that. I don't get it.
Oh, you
what
can
did you
lose
call it,
interest.
bro?
Huh?
What did you call it, Perp? You called it something. I forgot what you called it. Because I asked you
Uh.
about it.
Oh well, no. It's just like I just feel like shows like Degrassi kind of did it better, but it's kind
Oh
of
yeah, that's
like
what you said. Yeah.
if you combined Degrassi with the show Skins. You probably never heard of Skins, but
I've
like
heard of Skins.
yeah,
Wasn't
it's
that on
like
MTV?
yeah, they made like an American version of it. There was like a UK version. Why is my fucking
Hmm.
TV acting up? Give me a
But
Mel, you
second.
yeah,
want Snowfall?
huh?
You want Snowfall?
A little. I ain't been catching up on it.
Oh shit. How you feeling about it, Perk? The premiere.
Uh, it was weird when I was watching the first episode because I wasn't watching on FX or nothing like that. So whoever recorded that episode like missed like bits and pieces. I completely missed the part where old boy got killed. I was like, where the fuck was that at? And it was just like
You
because I
talking
went
about
back
Rob?
to the and I went back to the
Oh
Hulu. And
shit.
I was like,
I'm about to say, yeah, you should watch Hulu.
yeah, I was just like, damn. I was just like, yo, whoever recorded this shit fucked up because they just like skipped a lot of these different scenes, like Louis talking to the one cop and shit. I didn't even see that. I was like, what the fuck? I missed this whole thing.
Oh
I
yeah,
was
man.
like,
It's a lot.
but for so far, it's just not the strongest start, but I'm curious to see where they go with certain things, like as far as like Franklin and Teddy's characters.
Yeah. I was feeling like I was enjoying it at first, and I was hyped for it. But then I was like, wait a minute. I almost feel like they had kind of was setting this up last season when they had the whole altercation going on with him and his daddy or whatnot, as far as Alton.
Yeah, there's clearly been a time skip and stuff, and that's like I could say a gripe I have with Snowfall because the way they kind of do their time skips and stuff
They
like
will
that,
do that too. They will.
it just kind of feels like they kind of always like reset in a way, um, their seasons and stuff like that. But yeah, I still enjoy it for what it is.
I'm looking forward to what's gonna happen between Franklin and Teddy. The way he sit there and tell him, "Don't call me Reed no more." It's Teddy now. It's like my man was in the woods training, like he about to like go into some like demolition man type shit. I'm like, I don't know what's up with him, but I know what's up with him. Like he just care about the job or whatnot. That's the only thing. His main focus. When I watched the scene with him just watching his kid and his ex baby mama whatnot, a wife playing with the new dude or whatnot. He's like, I'm good with this. Good, let's go. Now I can get back to work. I'm like, this might be
Right,
Reed last season.
him, Teddy and Franklin have a lot of like parallels with their characters.
They
Like
got
they just
similarities too.
yeah, like Franklin has definitely picked up on how like how Teddy moves, and he's kind
Mm-hmm.
of just being behind the scenes type of guy and stuff like that. I like what Leon's doing. Leon's holding it down in the projects and stuff.
You could
It,
tell
it
some differences with his character. He was
yeah,
suggesting the whole books with Franklin and whatnot.
Yeah, it was crazy too seeing Wanda. You know what I'm saying? She
Yeah,
she was on her
yeah.
CB4 shit. Like she was on her
I love
CB4
that scene.
shit.
I'll
Yeah,
break the bar. I was like, what? Yo, I love that scene. Shout out to Leon too, man, making sure that she don't get back into the game. He was treating her like Pookie. He was like, man, you don't need to be around this. You start tripping out or whatnot. But definitely, y'all need to jump on Snowfall, man. Definitely catch up on it if y'all ain't got
It's
on it
on.
yet.
It's on my list.
Oh,
It's on Hulu too.
a new
No,
show
I
that
know that's
popped.
why it's been on my list. Like I just,
Okay.
I gotta. Whenever I get in the mood to start binging something, because I done finished everything, then I'll be like, all right, I'm gonna start this. I don't care how late I am. I will watch something.
Epic's got a new show called From. That shit is that's definitely another hit show. Um, I'm not gonna spoil for exactly like what's about, but I would say go into it as blind as possible, and I think
Okay.
you'll really enjoy it and stuff. It's I think the same people that like made Lost were
That's what I was gonna say because I did a
yeah
reaction to it, and I remember looking at it. And I was like, this looked like some similarities to Lost, even
What
having old buddy on there from Lost.
what
yeah
would you call that genre of like
mystery.
TV?
It's
Okay,
just
okay,
mystery, yeah. But this
okay.
this is like a horror mystery. Like I think Stephen King was also involved with it and stuff. But so like you have this town where a lot of weird stuff goes on. They have to get their asses indoors before the sun comes down. Um because there's these creatures we don't know exactly what they are. They don't even really know what they are. The people that've been there. So for some odd reason, all these people got came to this town and they were stuck here, and it's kind of like and they don't really know what it is. It's like I don't know if it's like a supernatural vortex or some shit like that, but that's all I'll say without spoiling
I
anymore. But
about
like
yeah.
I,
I'm
I
about to
like
say,
I like how they set up the whole like the first three episodes. They do a good job of setting up the characters and setting up like the stakes and like these are the consequences if you're like if you fuck up and stuff like that. And it gave me very Walking Dead vibes and stuff like that as far as like how they survive and stuff like that. So
all right, because you said Lost and you saying Walking Dead. I like that mix.
yeah,
I'll definitely check it out. Before I get into my next thing, I definitely want to jump into this topic since we've been pretty much. Ain't no way you ain't been hearing about this with everything going on, the whole Russian and Ukraine thing.
Yeah.
oh yeah, shit going down.
You can only say but so much. So
I mean,
Right.
no, I'm just saying like they censoring people. They don't want people to talk about it. So you can
I'm
say but
on.
so much.
I
I
guess
get
with me being so involved with I ain't gonna say movies or whatnot got me out of tune with what's going on with the real world or whatnot. But my first time even hearing
You
about
know.
this or whatnot was the whole bombing going on with them, I guess, attacking Ukraine or whatnot. I was like, what the fuck is going on? I didn't even know. Like, I'm being honest, I was lost. I didn't know what was going
Hmm.
on.
Yeah,
yeah,
and
like
that's a
from what I'm
that's the
hearing
thing.
so far, they retook they took back Chernobyl. So they
Yeah, I
already
seen
got
that.
that back. And they just took back another island near Ukraine that used to be Russia's. And it was like the Soviet Union. So
Yeah, but going back to like being distracted by television and stuff, and it's just like that's what's kind of like dangerous. But like I understand people like want their like escapes.
How
Get
do
out
you
of
feel
background
about people
noise.
saying it's not our business as
I
far
mean,
as the USA?
it really shouldn't be our business. Like let them handle our shit. You know what I'm saying? Like we don't need a World War III to pop off, even though it's like it's damn near
It,
imminent.
I mean,
But
I feel like I feel like it's kind of hypocritical when we are basically occupying parts of other countries too. So like who are we to be like, no, don't do that. You're occupying, you're taking, but isn't the US have different who got Bruno going on in the background?
I hope that ain't me. It
that
can't
ain't
be me.
Nah,
me.
it ain't me. It ain't me. Everybody in my house has headphones, so I don't know.
And I got. Oh no, I
I
don't think
swear.
it's me. But
That ain't me.
I guess seeing the images or whatnot with the kids or whatnot, and everybody trying to get away from Ukraine or whatnot, people hiding under the subway with their kids or whatnot.
Yeah, man, that's the most horrific thing about
that's what I'm
war. Is like, man, like this is real life happening to people, and people just want to be like, well, it ain't our problem, and that's why
that's what I'm saying. It's almost like we sitting over here with our popcorn, like, oh man, that's messed up.
Yeah, exactly. But then, like, but if we get involved, what isn't that putting us in jeopardy, like civilians? Because I mean. You get what I'm saying? I don't, and then like war is so different now because it's not just we ain't rolling up, lining up somewhere, shooting at each other. It's cyber war, it's chemical war. It's like like this is
nuclear.
Real life. Yeah, this is real life for them.
And this is why I say I love watching Attack on Titan, because everything that Attack on Titan is doing right now is like mirrors what's going on in the world.
The other day, it's why
it's crazy, bro. It's crazy, bro.
Art imitating life.
And look, it's not the joke. That's the truth. Watch Attack on Titan because they be talking about shit like this.
And like having discussions like, are they in the right? Should we get involved? Should we do this? Should we do that?
Because you got the Russian president saying like, "Yo, anybody else get involved, I'm telling you, it's gonna be like." That's pretty much what he's saying. Like, I'm telling you, don't do it.
They got their friends in the back backing them up too.
They got China. And I don't disagree with the point about like, I mean, we have no right to tell these people that they can't invade and do what they want, but it's like also it's wrong and something need to be done. But then I'm thinking like, don't get involved because we don't need the problems. Because like we
don't need that smoke. We already gas. How much is gas? How much is gas?
No, that's already over.
That's it. Everything at the store is $4. It's like we depend on other countries so much, and it's just like
we can't even help ourselves. Like we depend on China to make all our shit, and right now with China, because China and Russia got a strong relationship than U.S. and China, because China's communist, Russia's communist. Birds from the same feather gonna flock together. But like, because I really feel like if we lose all these relationships with these other countries, shit, we about to go back to the Stone Ages and shit. I don't know how to make a fucking Xbox. Who gonna make?
Yeah, because the biggest thing is if they attack the grid and all the electricity go out, fuck the internet and stuff, because we can live without the internet. If the electricity goes out, who's surviving? Who's surviving? Where's the clean water? How we getting water?
Motherfuckers is gonna lose their mind.
You can't Google shit. Mm-hmm. You don't know it. How are you surviving? And then that's just pandemonium and chaos. Like, cause then everybody got guns. Everybody gonna be on survival mode, protect mode. People just gonna go on beast mode and just fuck it. The world in, and I can do whatever I want. Who gonna get me?
All the stores, all the stores are gonna get ran through. It's gonna be chaos.
And I'm not sure if y'all seen that. I'm not sure if y'all seen that movie In the Heights, but if y'all seen it, near the end of the movie, you know how to deal with no power.
I think it's just crazy the way they doing the whole thing as far as just telling me. I think at the point now they telling males that they can't even leave the country. Like, if you are capable and you able to fight, you got to stay here and fight.
Man, America, first of all, America has terrible eating habits. So everybody is overweight. Ain't nobody in shape. The in shape people ain't wanting to fight. So you know what I mean?
I'm talking about as far as the Ukraine people. That's what they
Ukraine.
They have the whole draft. Yeah.
I'm about to say the US ain't about to do shit.
I'm not sure.
Ukraine.
I'm not sure if y'all know who he is, but I saw this Long Beach video parody today, and he did a parody about the World War III thing. And he was trying to be this Russian this soldier came to this person's house, and he was pretending to be someone who was like brain dead and shit. Came to the door going like, I was like, look, if you don't want to get drafted, you gonna have to fake. You got to play off.
You gotta play. Oh my God! Stop.
Yeah, I'll be like my back.
I mean, but
I
like,
know.
even then, even let's say we do get into like a World War III situation. I really doubt we will, but like, I know for sure that draft ain't gonna happen because it's already enough. This thing about America, you already got enough people willing to go into the service. It used to be that they had to force people to do it, but you got people willing to fight. If you want to fight,
They got
you know,
reserves.
yeah. And if you want to fight, do you and stuff. But hopefully we don't have. Hopefully we don't get involved to where more people may get pushed to join into something that they are really not trying to do like that.
How you feel about that, Mill?
Man, I keep it real 100. I'm military bound already, all down. But America need to keep their ass out this situation. Straight
Oh, so
up.
you feel like that too?
Yeah, Russia is a different type of problem. Like even when I was in, even when my boys went to the service, even when I went to boot camp and stuff like that before I couldn't join the service and shit, we already knew about Russia was like one of the worstest motherfuckers to even fight. Russia and Japan, Russia and China. Even though they don't have no navy, both of them don't have navies, but they got a strong fucking military power.
And they saying the whole thing with the nuclear weapons.
Yeah,
That nigga
ground,
Putin, he's real.
on the
That dude
ground,
will
Russia
push
not
that
no
button.
joke.
He said it. He said if you get
He will
involved,
push that
anybody
button.
outside of what we doing get involved, it's gonna be something that you
won't-
ain't never seen before. That's pretty much
He
what he
won
said.
America because we know in history to get in people's business. We know for that. We the bullies. So we get in this situation right here. Let Russia do its thing. That's not our problem. Ukraine's not even our ally. So let them do their thing.
Yeah.
Period. Because all it is go, if we go in war with Russia, it's gonna be a terrible war, one. Number two, it's gonna be long like the Afghanistan war for 20 fucking years. So nah.
And nobody understanding the assignment.
Exactly. Understand that assignment, period. Because one time we supposed to went in there to
We had all type of movies about that.
Once that war right there, we supposed to went into going there and stop Osama bin Laden and Bin Laden. No, we went in there for oil. Plain and simple. We took over oil and put a darn what's that called? A national treasury down there. And that's what the country was trying to fight, was a national treasury being in that country.
In that George Bush era.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Even Cuba stopped doing ties with us because they were trying to put a national treasury over there in that country. So that's all it is trying to control everything. And this war right here, nah, keep your ass out of it.
Question: would y'all feel differently if we had a different president? Like, okay, I know everybody like stay out of it, but like if we had a different president, would you feel like that president would handle the situation better? Because
are you pretty much just saying Obama?
No,
no.
First of all, we wait.
Hey, why y'all saying it
What you struggling for? Something wrong with your back? Yeah.
I'm not a political person. I'm just keeping it real 100. But every time we had a fucking war, it's always been a Democratic office. Tell me if I'm not right or wrong.
Wrong, because we went into war with Afghanistan when George Bush is a Republican.
If we're talking about in our lifetime,
Bill Clinton started that war before that.
Okay. Mm-hmm. It might be something to that.
Put me on some shit that I ain't know about, because I'm sitting here like, wait a minute, I thought that was all Bush.
Yeah, we was at peace when Trump was in office. We was at peace.
Trump was in office. Every single Republican we got into.
Well, I mean, Trump got some friends, and we gonna leave it at that. And so we wasn't going to war with Russia.
Well, I think with the Trump, I think with Trump, he wouldn't back down.
Come on, tell mother. No,
but this is the thing, right?
Do Obama like this.
I remember one time, y'all remember on Twitter, he deleted that tweet. If y'all remember that one time, he just said out of nowhere that like at any time he can bomb Afghanistan if he wanted to, right?
Yeah.
And I was like, that's the type of dangerous shit that can get us into some trouble. Saying some shit like that as
who said that? Trump
on Twitter. He said at any time I can bomb Afghanistan right now. It's like, you the president speaking for all of us saying that shit. It's like, delete that shit and get your ass off Twitter. It's like, that that's why at least you can kind of respect that about him. He don't back down from shit, but it's like
But I hate
sometimes
to
you
say
gotta
it.
know when to refrain yourself because you speaking for other people as big as you are. Like that's the
But
biggest platform you can have in America as the president, because you represent all of us.
but it's not
Yeah.
really. I'm not trying to put. I'm not on nobody's fucking side on this. I'm not even on Donald Trump's side on this. But we made ourselves look like we the big dogs of the country. Period. So
That's
why not have somebody
always been
say
like
that?
that.
Why somebody would say that with confidence? Because we always look like that.
Yeah. Oh yeah, and look, I'm not saying it's not the truth that we could do that, but it's like it's
We
just a
just spent.
dangerous thing to say. That's all.
I'm just saying
It's
he was
not a
cocky.
lie, but
I'm
it's dangerous.
But I'm gonna just give people real 100. If I was Donald Trump at the time and I spent $80 billion in my military alone just to upgrade it, hell, y'all be cocky about it. 80 billion? No country or world in this world did our military like that. 80 billion? Other countries are starving to have their services big like that.
Damn. Trump, you watching?
I'm not this person.
I'm just being real, man. 80 billion.
Nah,
No other country in the world can even touch that.
I feel what you're saying.
but are the skills there? What did they spend that money on? Like, what kind of weapons do we have now for you to be spending that type of money? Because fuck the capability of humans, because they trying to move from that shit. That's why everything can be done digitally or they're going cyber. Like, people was talking about what the fuck you gonna do if you wake up with no lights and your bank account empty.
We got three of the world's biggest aircraft carrier ships now because of that. They're supposed to be coming out actually next year. They already been field tested now, but they're supposed to be coming out next year. We even got another ship that's already been built by the the Twin Towers that fell. They used that metal and built them ships to actually honor the people that passed away.
So overall, y'all don't feel like the USA should be involved with the whole Russia and Ukraine situation?
Hell no. But if they find something like, oh, we can probably leverage this. Yeah.
Okay.
If it's something like Pearl Harbor where we get pulled in, different story.
Hey.
Like,
I ain't want to do it.
If we not getting pulled into it, it ain't our business.
Leave it alone. Yeah. If it's not no Pearl Harbor situation, or they coming over across our territories and try to fuck with us, leave them motherfuckers alone.
Like at the end of the day, it's messed up that's happening. It hurts to have to like say something, like that, and
I know,
and just like they say, like, we can't help, but it's like it's nothing I can do. I'm just a regular civilian, and I feel bad for the civilians stuck in the middle.
Right.
And this thing.
That's what I'm saying. That's what I'm saying.
I feel bad for the civilians.
And this how bad it is in these first world countries, especially as we a first world country. There's more people on the internet more worried that let's stay in America than the people that is right in the middle of the crossfire. I'm like, you're more scared than the niggas who's right in the shit.
Because the people that seen it, I don't seen a lot of interviews where we're willing to fight for our country. I'm ready to fight for our country. They sitting up there like they ready to go, like do whatever they got to do.
Right. It's like I'm not. Because I was talking to my girl the other day, and she was having an anxiety attack, and she was thinking about the situation. I was like, "Babe, don't even worry about this, because we're not even part of it. Like, you're not even in it. It's a lot of.
That's what I was saying about looking at the people,
the potential of where it can go is bad, but at the moment, nothing's happening to us right now, to where we should be as worried as the people that's in the middle of it. Or scared. Like they should be more scared than us because they in the middle of it. Like, imagine hearing bombs and shit going off around you, and sirens.
You gotta cover your kids and just.
Well, that's what I'm saying about
That's my
hiding in the subways and whatnot. That's
when it come to my kids, my beast mode come out. Don't fuck with my kids. I'm trying to tell you. Like, hell no.
But it's just like it was the same thing when it was like doing the Afghanistan and the Desert Storm. You know what I'm saying? Them motherfuckers was really fighting us, throwing their kids out there, blowing them up and shit. So you gotta look at it from both perspectives from that situation.
So
'Cause
how
it's
do y'all
like,
feel about? Go ahead, finish.
oh, nah, go ahead, you good.
How do y'all feel about people memeing such a serious situation? Now, I'm not saying like we're not allowed to laugh, because boy, do we need to fucking laugh after the 2 years we had
I'll
Yeah.
say
going
I'll
on
say this.
3.
It's interesting that you say that though, because like that movie Don't Look Up, where like the main characters whatever try to warn people that like yo there's about to be a meteor that's gonna hit Earth in like this amount of time and stuff, and people are sitting there making jokes about it. I feel like that happens all the time. Like we live in a society where like nobody takes shit real serious until shit actually happens and stuff. Like even with the
Yep.
whole even with the whole pandemic stuff, like people still make jokes about that shit too. It's crazy.
That shit ain't funny.
But see, also, and I look at it like this too, because I follow him on Twitter, Long Beach Griffin. He brought up a great point, and I looked at it. I saw it the other day with Travis Scott, and try to use this example. Remember when the shit happened with Travis in the concert, and for a month people was roasting them. They was really mad at him. You noticed a month after, and I saw Travis trending the other day. It was nothing but appreciation post. I was like, wait a minute. I thought people hated Travis. What happened? And this is the thing about people. Like, and it happened with the pandemic. Prime example. People was worried for a month. And in the next month, people trying to profit and make money off it. Like literally selling masks and shit. It's like, oh, they just like, oh, well, you know, you're gonna make some money off it. It's like people act worried in the moment. They get in their feelings in the moment, but then they forget about the situation, or they choose, or they do this weird type of coping mechanism to where they make it like as irrelevant as possible, turn into a joke. So that's just a people thing. That's what we do. That's why I say that's why I said when the Travis Scott shit happened, I was like, man, you niggas finna be mad for a week, and then next week y'all finna be loving the niggas. And guess what? Now they are like, I was like, y'all people, these people be fake mad. They be in the moment. Not saying they don't be mad. Like it's not honest, but people be worried about stuff, and it's all in the moment. And then what? Next day, it's like, oh, you know, it really happened. Like,
Have you ever talked to somebody that's being in war and actually in combat and shit like that?
Yes, I have.
yeah.
I have.
Have you? Do you hear the jokes that they tell about like death and shit? Like it's a weird coping mechanism. It's like, bro, you gotta find a way to laugh at the darkest shit that you ever faced. And it's like, and for some people, this might be the darkest shit that they ever faced. You know, just seeing it and never really experiencing it. But like,
And if people want to joke about it, like I'm not tripping if anybody want to joke about it. It's just like, just make sure you tell them a good joke. You know, make sure you know,
and not being
make sure it's a good
insensitive.
joke. If it's a trash joke, then I'm about like, all right, then you know I'm about to get on you a little. You know, joke kind of trash, but I want to joke about shit
Like
I can joke about literally, like, this is the honest truth. I had a brother that passed away from suicide. I can make jokes about that, like not about that situation. I can make jokes about anything, suicide and stuff, all that. It's just like, it just depends in the moment when you take jokes about that stuff. You can't just make jokes about anything all the time, but it just depends on the time, the area, like when you do it.
Yeah,
Like,
you gotta be sensitive to other people, cause like you can't just like I would never make a joke about a Ukraine person going through some shit right now.
Oh,
I'm
no.
not experiencing what they're going through.
No.
But versus like potential war joke, like haha, you know, but like it's serious, but like you gotta find a way to, you know, cope, man. I don't blame people for their way of. I can't tell somebody how to cope with some shit, because I done been through some shit, and I hate it for people to tell me, stop thinking about it, get over it, do it. Like, you know, let me go. If I'm not doing nothing to hurt my mind, let me cope the way I'm coping.
Facts.
Yeah.
What's going on, Tony? Explain to the ladies and gents. What's going on? Other than that, though, I do want to send prayers up for the people of Ukraine that's going through all of that. Definitely want to send prayers up.
Facts.
Yeah, and honestly, I think the whole thing is Russia's like really trying to reclaim old territories and stuff. Like,
Yeah,
they
they trying to get
that's
bigger.
the mission. They trying to reclaim old territories. Like, it's literally a whole invasion. I don't agree with it, but we don't have the authority or power to tell other people you can't invade here. You
That
can't do
part right
this,
there.
Yeah,
right?
you
Because
can't
it's like,
do that, man.
yeah,
You can't do that at the end of the damn day. That's their country. That's their old land. If they want to do that, let them do that. We don't have to be the big guy to come in there and save every damn body. Look at the perfect example of Vietnam. That shit happened. The media,
That shit,
Ugh.
we should have stayed out that shit because they were ill prepared. They got slaughtered. The amount of people that came back with way worse off than they would have ever been in their life. The amount
All
of
the drugs. That, I was about to
heroin.
say
oh
the drugs.
my God.
The yayo was real, cuz.
I love y'all.
For real. That's when the whole drug pandemic got crazy.
Yes.
oh yeah, we took that L with Vietnam. I think Nixon just kept people there just to save face and
Yeah.
like, no, we got this. We can do it. Like, no, you don't got this. Take your L, pull us
That's
out.
why I'm like,
let's
yeah,
go.
don't we not talk?
That's when the
like,
first
going
time we had
over
media
there,
coverage too.
we
Media killed that.
first
That's
of all,
like-
if we have to go to Russia to fight, fuck no. Stay the fuck out of Russia. No, because their terrain, we are not prepared for that. We ain't.
That's like going to unmarked territory. Hell no.
Ain't nobody fucking prepared for that. So
Yeah,
if
not
we have to
even,
go,
not
being funny,
even.
that's why Russia would not come across Canada lines to come to us. They know Americans got more guns than the damn military. They got to go through all them states. If they want them problems, they don't want them problems. So they already know, oh, hell no, the Americans got more guns than us. You know what I mean?
You better start listening and stop playing.
I'm
Real
glad
talk.
D brought that point because like even in World War II when the Nazis tried to go through I think it was it was during the French Revolution.
That damn terrain. It's cold. It's mountains.
It was during that French Revolution. Napoleon Bonaparte was trying to take his troops through there. The motherfucker was dying just walking through it. They didn't even get to the battle yet.
Got fucked up. No.
Don't do
it. All right.
Them Russians come to Chirac if they want to. They gonna know what Chirac is for real. you think
hey, I was seeing memes of them talking about sending the Chirac goons and shit. I was like, hey,
they won't make it to the south.
Yo, somebody said somebody.
Well, do it. I wanna see it.
I'm ready for that. When does Atlanta come on?
I ain't cocky.
March.
I got the safer guns. Come credit. I'm sorry for mine.
All right, I don't know if y'all done been keeping up with it, but it went crazy yesterday. I think it was yesterday or the day before. It might have been yesterday. The whole Meg Thee Stallion and Tory Lanez situation.
What the fuck? What happened
I
there?
saw DJ AKADEMKIS going off on her ass.
What?
He was going off. This is the thing with the situation. I ain't gonna lie. When everything first popped off, I was on Megan's side. But when you really look at it, I'm not saying she's wrong or she may be wrong or she didn't get shot. She probably got hit by a truck. But like, she legit was like just chilling after getting shot. I'm like, didn't you get shot in the leg?
I thought she got shot in the big.
Both of them not telling the truth.
Right,
so,
yeah.
Tory not telling it all. Meg not telling it all.
I
don't know what the fuck Kelsey gonna do when she hit that stand. I don't know if she gonna tell it all, but somebody need to tell it all.
And the bodyguard.
Don't know the whole story.
And the bodyguard.
Yeah, I'll say that. Both of them not keeping it real about the situation. Somebody holding on to something. Somebody ain't saying this. They both being sneaky. I'll say that.
Man, did she get shot in the big and little toe?
Nah, she got shot in the foot.
In the foot. And she's still doing Megan Stallion these dances and shit.
Yep.
She was doing that shit not too long after. I'm like, don't you need rehab? And how did it miss all the tendons
you got shot in your foot,
and your feet? She was in the club with heels and bandages, and I'm like, bro, ain't no fucking way. Ain't no.
She a beast.
I just got to hear a little bit of my man DJ AKADEMKIS. This man is hilarious.
Yeah, I mean, crying. Man, hey, EC said, he said, put that tweet out. He put that tweet out talking about I can't spare none of these bums.
What
And
you
so
say,
I
bro?
was like, this nigga
Bruh.
going in.
His streams, them Twitch streams. Oh my gosh, man. Sit be have you crying.
Yo, two things about Meg though.
What you
She
saying
hard
this?
work. Two things about Meg though. She hard working and she pretty without makeup. I have to say something positive
pretty
about her.
makeup.
She
And
is
she
beautiful
also-
without
and she-
makeup.
Makeup.
And she is hard working. Like I watched her like performances and stuff. She works hard to be what she is. Whether
Yeah,
you
like-
like Meg the
yeah.
Stallion or not, she
You
worked
can't
hard
take
to
away
be
her
that.
you can't take away her credit. You know, got
No.
that degree. Can't take away her credit and work she put in it.
Yeah, shout out to her definitely doing to getting her degree.
So-
That too.
So we gonna say something nice about her before we go on.
Yeah, we trying to get on. We trying to get on the show, bro. We trying to get on the show.
I ain't hey.
I think she taller than me though.
She bad tall.
She about
wow.
5'11". Yeah, hell yeah, I stand tall. I stand to that glass. That nigga stupid. I had to zoom in on the tweet.
Oh, Key, check the volume. You can turn up a little bit. It's kind of low. Why can't I hear it? What the hell?
Is it mine? You talking about my voice?
Yeah,
Yeah,
I can barely
volume on
hear
your
it.
side.
Y'all hear it?
I hear it barely, bro.
Hold on,
That's why I had to
hold
zoom
on.
in
Okay.
on it, on the tweet.
Wait a minute.
Try hitting that share audio prompt when you share.
That's
the
what I'm
screen.
about to do.
Yeah.
I think that's what it was.
Turn this house cold.
Yeah, because it hasn't always been this low. Because I remember on New Year's, like we could hear real good. But
Yeah.
like,
It is
like,
getting
it was
low
so-
lately.
yeah, somewhere in January, it just I don't remember how long ago it was.
Oh, that was last December.
Tony said juicy lips, man. Hey, Tony.
Hey,
I'll
I
say
hear now.
Nah, I feel low, bro.
I can hear it a little better, but it's still low.
Yeah, it's better. It's still low though.
Oh no.
But when you listen to the playback, it'd be fine.
I mean, I already
Yeah.
watched the video. I watched the video though, so I watched this like earlier today.
Even your little videos that you be doing with the punchlines and shit, I can hear them now. Used to I had to push the mute button to hear that, but it's a little here and there. You know what I mean?
Anyway, he just going
Why-
in on her ass. I ain't gonna.
Why
I
does
can't
he
hear.
involve? Okay, like, okay, never mind. I ain't gonna say nothing. Never mind. I mean, I get it's his job to like report on stuff, but like he just be seeming emotionally invested in what he talking about.
Well,
And
yeah,
it's just like,
That's what sells it.
happened. So this is what happened. I'm not sure if you've seen it, but basically Meg tried to discredit academics for
something that was
actually
true.
having evidence about the DNA situation. And
yeah,
Meg,
I heard that part.
yeah,
And I'm just, but like,
she
it's
don't
just
got
the way
access
he be
to that
responding though.
right.
And it's like, I don't know. I don't know if it's like my maturity level in the way that I'm just like, I'm not,
yeah, I mean, because his act as a reporter, he does get a little bit too involved. I like it for different reasons, but he does get a little bit too involved. Like he's when you report stuff, you gotta be. I'm not saying he's biased, but you can't be doing what act doing like. Going off like, oh, Meg, you talking about she a horse and shit,
but
But-
he be going
Wow.
on these celebrities, and I'm just like, bro.
It's like I
chill.
like it because it's
He said,
entertaining.
he
Yeah,
called her
what they got
strong
to
in the face.
He said her last, man, when he put those sound effects on her last cuz, it was a wrap.
Is
Every
that
time she laughed, he said,
I mean, hey, but academics, he does great reporting and stuff. I respect all
yeah,
that, but
he do.
he does go a little bit too far with the reporting sometimes. But in this situation, because he did this to Meek Mill, like people who go at him,
Yeah.
He
He
goes
go
in
ahead,
on that.
he go ahead, men the same way too. And I'm
Yeah,
talking
he
about
do.
street artists or whatnot. He go at them the same way. The
He
same way
do.
he go
Yeah,
at
he
men.
do. Yeah, he
He
do.
do. I just it's just
Freddie
like
Gibbs,
dang.
Freddie Gibbs. Like if you directly go at Act, he's gonna go at you. But
Of
if
course.
if you're not trying to roast him and shit and be cool with him, he's gonna report about you in a nice way.
And somewhat, the Mealy Mall,
Yeah.
Rory.
Yeah, he reports to you love there. He don't try to kill you off bad.
I think the way he went at her was because of what she said about him, and I guess trying to report that he was saying some fake news, and he was basically on some shit like, "You're not gonna try to Cardi B and Tasha K me."
Yo, she
Like,
should have knew when to back down, but she stood 10 toes down and got a hefty deal along with that shit.
Yeah, and look, I
ain't gonna do that.
I like
alone.
Meg. I don't got nothing against her, but I was like, she do got to back down from this because she's the same person who didn't even read her contract and got mad about her contract. If y'all remember that, she got mad about that contract, and I'm like, did you read the contract when you signed it?
Did that shit twice, bro. Because they stopped her from even recording with anybody.
Yeah.
So
she got mad.
Because she couldn't do that song with a BTS because her situation with her label and stuff. So I was like, wouldn't have these problems if you read your contract. And this is the thing, right? Her mom was with her too, and I was like, hey, more shame her mom for not reading that contract properly with her too. Because like, it's like, come on, you gotta read these contracts. With
They ain't trying to be funny.
Read your
and I ain't trying to assault. I'm not assaulting her intelligence, but you just you got a bachelor's, bro.
Yeah,
you know what I mean.
He signed some of these though before she, you know what I'm saying, got like on. I know the one with 1501
in college ain't that
baseball player or whatnot.
Everybody in college ain't automatically intelligent. You know, that's just a myth. That's just a myth they tell everybody. I'm in college too. We ain't all automatically intelligent and shit. That's a myth.
I feel you on that. I understand that.
It's a myth.
Just because you go to college don't mean you smart.
If you remember that barbershop movie with the college dude.
Facts. Facts.
But yeah, I just, like I said, I just want to know the truth, the real truth, and nothing but the truth. Not this made up shit. Not this. I'm trying to say. I don't feel like the truth
even gonna come out in court.
It's not. It's not. Unless Kelsey or the bodyguard say it, but I doubt that either one of them go say it either.
Like I said, someone pulled the trigger. All in this, someone pulled the trigger. There's 4 people in the car. It either had to been because this was what I was saying. This was
they said it was all drugs too.
But the reason Kelsey, her friend, was mad was because Meg was fooling around with a dude. No, Kelsey was trying to get with Tory, and Meg like kind of shoehorned her way in. That's what Academics said. I don't know if this is true, but
allegedly.
Yeah. So allegedly,
that's that legal word.
Supposedly, Meg likes to be stealing her friends, booze and shit that they trying to get at. That's what I hear. But we'll have to wait and see. Someone shot something. Someone pulled the trigger. It was 3 people. It was 4 people in the car. One of the 3 did it. But some shit been twisted. Like
something happened somewhere, and then we'll see if we ever find out. So.
And I understand all the legal situations or whatnot, but I wish somebody would just come out and say, I never pulled the gun out. I never shot nobody. Or,
hey,
I never shot nobody.
That's all you... Man, this shit crazy.
I hear that. I'm like, okay, it's over for me.
I mean, I'll say this. Tory, I didn't really like that album you're dropping, but I was liking them singles. Tory got bars.
And that's one thing I was still enjoying his music. That's why
I was listening to both their music. I was like, I don't care.
Nothing wrong with
y'all music.
You can separate the art from the artist. I don't care what people say, because if we sit here with this shit, we ain't gonna have no art. So stop it. Listen to
Speaking of art, do y'all think Meg Thee Stallion as an artist, y'all liking her music?
I like her energy, bro. I like her energy. I like her bars and her flow.
I'm with him. I like her energy, but I'm not. Okay. As far as like me, just like listening to I've listened to her albums, I listened to her EPs and mixtapes, and I'm like, I like certain songs, but I still can't call myself. I'm not a Heidi. I'm not a Barbie. I'm not a.
I
See,
can't
that's the
be
thing
like.
I don't like about. That's the only thing I don't like about Megan. I like the mixtape Megan. Megan
I
was
like
coming out
mixtape Megan
hard.
too. Mm-hmm.
She was coming out street. Now this Cardi B and jump on the stage and grinding. Nah, I'm not feeling that.
I mean, for me, as a female artist, I think Megan's one
I
of the
know you ain't
best
talking
right
about that
now.
man hairline.
I think she. I think Tory. I think she is one of the most talented we have at the moment. You
At the
know,
moment.
I don't got no issues
No.
with how she promotes her music and stuff. You know, if a lot of her music, you know, her mainstream stuff can be very sexual and stuff, and I ain't got no issue with it. You know, but I'm no
Shit, but
avid Megan listener. But what I listen to, I say she got some bars. She can spit.
she got bars, bro, and her beats is stupid. I ain't gonna stunt. Because the
Hey,
niggas
you
will
know,
play her
also,
song with the speakers.
I want to see some growth. I mean,
So you was one of the ones dancing to thought shit, Melvin.
Huh? No, I was playing that
Oh,
shit. I got 15s. I like my
That's
truck hitting.
her music is hitting. That's one thing about it. That 808s and that bass be hitting.
hey,
So
look,
I mean, I
I
like the
got some
dance.
star
So
15s.
I don't
Them
know.
motherfuckers was hitting.
Maybe Nadia can confirm. Like,
what?
so I seen Megan when she used to like her old freestyles and stuff, like right before she blew up, right? And she used to be small, and I was like, now I'm not saying her body does look like it could be natural. I'm not saying it ain't. It do look like it. Do you think she just put on a little bit more weight and ate some more? Because she used to be small. Like if you look at her, before she blew up, she didn't look like she was all skinny and shit, but she looked like she wasn't that,
yeah, I do too.
Okay, respect that. Me too.
Her body is natural. She didn't do she. Now I can point out some celebrities.
I mean, even if it
pretty
wasn't,
sure
I'm not judging, but I'm just.
I can point out some celebrities that's had work, small work, and a lot of stuff that you couldn't. You would. It's so small and minute. You would be like, "Are you sure?" And I'm like, "Man, your nose don't just change." And I mean, makeup can do some wondrous things, but it ain't.
Your nose don't change.
Your nose don't. Boy, that's like Dawn Richards. She used to be in Danity Kane, and then she was in what was that group that Diddy had?
I'm gonna tell you somebody that had a
shirt. Dawn Richards. She was in Danity Kane, and then she was in. Diddy took her from Danity Kane and put her in his other group.
I know exactly who you're talking about. That light skinned chick.
She's
caramel, something like that.
Yeah, she's on the lighter end of the brown girls, but she ain't quite light skinned. But anyway, she had got a nose job, and it was like for a long time I didn't notice until you go back and you look at the old Danity Kane pictures. You be like, oh shit, she did get a nose job, but it was so good that you didn't notice. Versus like when you look at, and I hate to even do this, but like some people just get a lot of dramatic work. And I mean, there's nothing wrong. Love yourself, and if you have to get work done, love yourself. But I don't think Megan had work done at all.
Nah,
I think that's
she look natural to me. I admit she look natural to me.
She got to remember her age.
Stefflon Don, all natural. I'm not sure if y'all remember.
Dirty
Money. That was the name of Dirty Money. That was Tony.
Dirty Money.
Dirty Money, yeah. That was time with fashion and sound. Go back and listen to.
But you gotta look at the age that she came out through mixtape. You gotta look at the time that she came out through mixtape. She was like 16, 17 years old dropping them tracks. Now she 26, 27? So she had a grown woman spurt.
That grown woman weight is that grown people weight is a real thing. Like you don't really hit that shit till like after 25 though. Unless you have kids early. Then some women
and you could tell that she's all natural. You could tell her stomach, everything. Everything's just natural. So it was just like,
yeah, that's the thing I didn't know about Megan when she was like doing her shit at 16 and 17. I didn't know about when she blew up. It was like 2 years ago. What was that song she blew up?
It was longer than that.
No, it was longer than that. It was about
It was 5 now. It was about 5 now.
Might have been 2018.
Yeah. I swear 2020 has fucked up our perception of time. Like literally, I literally have to like when I think about shit, I'm like, bruh. Most depressing shit ever. I hated it.
Terrible.
After like 2 weeks, I was like, can we go somewhere? Like,
Did everybody on here watch Martin?
Yeah.
if you black
Hey, I
and
gotta
you
make sure. So,
watch. No, I'm just saying.
That nigga Tommy still ain't got no job. Hey, look, I think Tommy did have a job. I think he just didn't
Tommy was
want to
low
do
key
about
drug
his
dealer,
job.
bro.
He's
Man, he came with the flyers, clothes, and everything. Everybody be talking about his jackets and stuff. Man, he was a low down
what
drug
job,
dealer, bro.
Tommy?
rest in peace to the actor that played him too.
Yeah, right.
Yeah.
But anyway, they supposed to be reuniting for an HBO special. I think something like they did with Fresh Prince of Bel-Air, because I think they did like an HBO Max special or something, and they brought back the cast and whatnot.
Okay.
Yeah, I'll say this. I wish they, for these specials, they do like a revival episode. Like they all come back years later, meet up again, and have like one adventure in the show or whatever. Like,
Is that not what they doing, or is they trying to make it a series? Because it just needs to be
the Fresh Prince one, where they just all came back and talked and just reminisced.
Oh snap!
That's why I said I wish
I
for
know
the
what's
Fresh
about to
Prince
happen.
one, like for the first, it would have been so perfect if it was like it was one revival episode. They all came back and it was a funeral for Uncle Phil.
I know what's about to happen. We about to get a dramatic Martin.
No, Lotto is no longer natural. I don't care what others. That's the one person I was thinking about. If you look at her before quarantine and then after quarantine, that ain't natural.
I don't know nothing about
her booty did get bigger. Her booty did get bigger. I ain't gonna. It did get bigger since that double XL freestyle.
Thank you. Her boobs got bigger too. Like, and because I follow her on Instagram, and I scroll all the way back, and I was like, baby, you got work done, but it's okay.
How the hell we get the line on Martin?
No, because we was talking about girls getting
I know
their
what you
body
said.
done.
I don't know.
And if she did, oh well, who gives a fuck? It's her body. She a grown person. She had the money and she did it. Whatever. She still look good. I like Lotto. I guess because I seen her grow up on TV, so and then watched her grow up on Instagram.
So y'all think
I didn't know who Lotto was until that double XL freestyle.
Get him.
Y'all think we're gonna get a dramatic Martin?
No, I hope not. Oh my
God.
I hope not. Please don't.
I was just messing. I don't think they're doing that.
What would dramatic Martin be like though? Like what the fuck? Because they did. It was just so comedic.
I think the most dramatic we probably dramatic movies.
From the fifth floor, bro. How we gonna make that dramatic?
I mean, maybe Bro Man gonna be like like something like that. He breaking in and Martin
no. They need to not do that. Don't let the Fresh Prince do that. Let Saved by the Bell do that, because don't dramatize Martin. Don't dramatize Family Matters.
Please don't.
What?
Yeah, don't do that.
I can see it, but it would be so stupid.
But this is what they would do with Martin. Instead of him being a radio host, he'd have his own YouTube channel. He'd be an influencer. Yeah, podcast.
People coming in there fighting, breaking in his house.
Yeah, because they'd be more updated.
Yeah. He'd be more of a DJ. He'd be more like DJ Academics and shit.
Sister dramatic. Yeah, I can see.
They said sister.
Roger drug dealer.
Leave all that shit alone. Boys Meets World. Don't do it. Don't do none of that shit.
He even said sister.
So we're gonna do that. We may as well get a living single dramatic, man. So
we're gonna do a Brandy. We're gonna do a Brandy.
What, Mauricia?
Mauricia. Man, what the hell? I ain't watching none of that shit.
Next.
Oh god, like I said, they could have done Bel Air without even having to do the Fresh Prince reference. They could have just did a TV show about They could have just did this without that. Like, damn, can you not be original?
Speaking of Bel Air, y'all done caught up with the recent episode 5.
I didn't watch 5 yet, but I heard.
I felt like it was a throwaway episode.
I heard some things, but I wasn't surprised. Like, I knew one of these characters was going to be gay. I knew they had to check that box.
Yeah, exactly. And
Chill,
fuck
Martin.
exactly. And fuck
I
exactly.
ain't
I
never
was
watched
waiting
That's
on
So
it too.
Raven.
I was
That's
waiting
a
on it
Raven
too.
for Disney.
I was waiting on it. I was like, yep, we're gonna be gay.
TV 14,
Man.
That's So Raven. What?
What? They gonna have to have his name. Who was the dude that was crazy as hell? That was on that show.
I
Orlando
don't know,
Brown.
but he doing good now,
Orlando
though.
Brown.
He doing good now.
Oh, he
Yeah.
is straight. Shout out.
Who did they have take his place on Proud Family? Or is Sticky just written out?
I forgot that they made a new Proud Family. I saw a clip from it. I'm
Yeah.
like, bro, what is they doing, bro? Like, this is
You
not.
said what?
They made a continuation of Proud Family, so like the twins have grown up and so has Penny. And I was like, well, who's playing Sticky? Because Orlando Brown plays Sticky and Disney is not letting him come back and play Sticky. So like, did they get rid of his character?
They got a
They
trans
probably got their
character
voice
in there,
actor.
right? That's probably
Yeah. They got Magic Johnson's son in there, if I'm not mistaken.
hilarious.
Well, yeah, from the
You know what? But that's real life though, because Richard Kelly was based on Magic Johnson, and his son turned out to be. Have you seen his son? His son is really like flamboyant.
Yeah.
Okay, so yeah, that's why I'm like, it's not question. You didn't know that Richard Kelly was a play on Magic Johnson.
I ain't watched Proud Family like that.
Oh, okay,
Yeah,
okay,
I
that's
He's
why I'm like,
playing
that's
boy.
Oh,
I
don't know what to call him. I'm just gonna say he is on the rainbow. He is part of the Rainbow family. So I don't.
Rainbow Coalition.
Rainbow.
Yes.
I'm a
Plead the fifth. Plead the fifth. 5, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
I haven't
agree
seen
to
it
that.
yet, but the show is a continuation. My only problem with it, like, I don't care to introduce new characters, but it's like technically a continuation. It's like leaving off where the show ended back in the early 2000s. But a lot problems with a lot of shows, right?
Bro.
A lot of shows is really be just for their time. Like some shows we seen
Thank you.
cannot be made today and stuff. And like when they try to continue it, I'm not saying you can't continue it. Like recently, they're trying to do a King of the Hill continuation. I love that show.
Why?
But it's
King of the
like,
Hill is funny.
but it's like I can't see that show happening today because it's like
No.
if it's different if the show been out for so long and it's been covering topics every single year going by and just continuing
like South Park,
just imagine if South Park just imagine South Park ended in 2007. They try to bring it back today.
No,
it ain't gonna be as good as we think it may be.
It's like everybody's trying to chase that Cobra Kai. Like Cobra Kai was something that was brought back from the 80s and they did it like perfect. Like they're doing a fucking crazy.
Successful now.
Yeah, it's super successful. Everybody's starting to kind of try to do
they're trying to cash in on our nostalgia. They're like, oh, y'all feeling nostalgic and old? Well, let's sell it back to you. Let's sell your childhood back to you, but in a new package. That's all they doing. It's just a good corporate.
That really sounds like
it
an
works
commercial.
I'll say this too. I don't think it's no like. I think the agenda's the least problem with it. I think it's just that when those people made those shows, they was growing up at a certain time. But people would say, like, I'm gonna keep it real, like, you know, look, I ain't trying to watch some like, let's say if they brought back Martin, I don't want to hear nobody saying Cap. Like I be saying Cap, but I don't want it like the
you said
dialogue,
like right, like it's trying to modernize,
like trying to modernize it,
like,
because it's like this. Let's say Martin takes place in when whatever time it dropped off at, and they're trying to continue it. If y'all continue it, they're gonna set. You can't continue it because nobody grew up in that time. Really, nobody grew up in that time. They're gonna try and read into it, put their own shit into it. But the people who grew up in that time, when they made the show, they was in that like they was there. When you try to remake shit, like try to recapture stuff, and you wasn't there, it ain't gonna come off as authentic as someone who was there or who was already making it in the moment when it came out.
And people would get offended also with the whole, because Pam, Martin would just go in on Pam and shit. And like nowadays, you can't do that. You can't do that shit nowadays.
That's a good point.
Another thing, back in them days, they gave, not being sexist, but they gave a whole lot of light-skinned women power over the dark-skinned women. Now you can't do that shit.
Also, watch that first episode. Watch that first
Yeah.
episode of Martin, yo, and just like what they touch on is just like the same shit. Like how like Martin was like, yeah, I tell Gino what to do. It's very like it was very ahead of its time because a lot of shows try to tackle that, like
Yep.
and stuff
Bro,
like
But
that's
it's
that.
like
like,
when
Yeah, a
you
lot of
listen
those.
to it's like when
go
you
ahead.
listen to older music and they say words that would be deemed offensive now and that you would get canceled for.
Hmm.
Mhm.
Like in the club, he say, I mean, I don't know if I should say
Like
it.
Oh, you talking about 50?
All I say,
if
yeah,
no
50 in the
Oh,
Vaseline
club.
came
He
out,
said,
if let's say if no
faggot ass
Vaseline
niggas
came
trying
out
to pull
today,
me back, right? He
Yeah,
cannot say
yeah,
that shit now. He cannot.
yeah.
You're canceled. Hey, you're not a part of the. You can only say that if you are that.
No,
And blah,
part
you
of
know
the
what I mean? See,
LGBTQHIJK
Rainbow Coalition.
community.
We saying Rainbow Coalition because we ain't about to do all of that.
That's a lot of
Noise,
love.
man. Let's just get the shit.
and look, even if you drop some shit like no Vaseline, you get
Oh no,
that
that's
you
Yeah.
still couldn't try it
Or
right now.
like perfect example. Look how long it took to the band that song that Lil Jon was doing. Skeet Skeet. Look how long it took till to do that, bro.
It's
Your
bro.
mom
funny
did
We
not
story,
ain't
right?
talking.
know
Hold on, hold on,
until
hold on.
Bro,
Funny story
oh
about that.
shit.
Funny story about that song. To the windows to the wall. I remember that so vividly. Like listening to it at my school dance in middle school,
That's what
not
I was
knowing
about
what the
to
fuck
like.
he's talking
They
about.
didn't know what it meant. They didn't know.
no.
I literally had a white girl come up and she was like, "What does that mean?" And I was like, "Y'all really don't know what it means." They was
We
like,
do.
and I don't know if it's because being black. And I swear, this is
Bro, we gotta
this is
really
why I
think
get
about
mad.
that and the fact that
I,
we talk the way we say what we say about kids today, as far as what they listen to, and the fact that we was kids listening to hey skeet 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 to the window to the
right. That's why
Well, we
Hey,
do give a
hey,
damn.
I
hey,
let
that's
my kids
fact.
listen
That's
to
fact.
whatever, cause like it's like, bruh, the shit that I listened to as a kid, no, and it didn't affect
hey,
me, but like you gotta make sure it's not affecting them and influencing them. Like you
the
can't
little
let
John
music raise
song.
the kids,
That was
bruh. Like I just
What
this
was
shit
old
I
girl? The
used to
song he had.
sing.
Well, oh, I ain't even. I can't remember the song, so I ain't
Ooh
gonna
na
go into detail.
na na na, boy. You know what I'm talking about.
It was one song
man.
like "It's something I gotta
That
tell you."
he
I
was
just think today.
basically
I
singing
just
about
think.
prostitution.
Yeah, I think
I loved it.
nowadays. I feel like nowadays, just with music, everything is just amplified to 100 compared
It
to like,
is.
ooh, and that's a problem because it's like, yo, I look at like the female artists is like, yo, all of them. I was like, yo, are all these female artists strippers? Like, are they all doing the same thing?
Bruh.
It's just like none of them
That's
could
fucked
actually.
out too.
And it's like you gotta be a certain image to like get popping and shit, and that's what's unfortunate too. Like whether you're selling, you're promoting death or you're promoting
Man,
drug use and shit like that. You gotta like,
Good point.
it's crazy.
It's an image.
I hate to say it like
And see,
this.
look, when you look at it like that, you can't even. That's why I don't really blame these artists and stuff. I more so blame the audience. Like sometimes you gotta blame the audience and fans hold them accountable because I seen some artists at times go like, if I'm not this way, if I'm one way, then y'all not gonna accept me. But if I'm this way, you guys will totally take me. And
Right.
people will deny like, no, we'll take you in. Like, no,
Nah,
you
you
won't.
ain't no.
Stop lying.
You ain't gonna listen to that.
You want them to be self-destructive. You want them to be full of drama. You want that shit. And it's
That's the
like
same. Go ahead.
people want that stuff. People be all like, I don't want no drama. Like
And
people
I feel
love
like
that
that
shit.
a
Like
part
the
of that.
Kanye shit right now, I'm thriving off that shit because it's funny, it's entertaining, it's fucked up, but that shit
What?
entertaining.
Oh, what Kanye
Good
doing?
point.
Yeah, that shit
Hey,
Good
entertaining.
point.
hey, shout out to Kanye for the workout plan because he was telling females to be thoughts on the low, and
Right.
nobody didn't pay attention to that shit.
But what's interesting, right, is it's like. Yeah, it's like fans are also the problem too because they like to instigate. Like you look at the whole Lil
Hey,
Durk and Young Boy situation. It's just like and everybody's like just be commenting like, "Yo, slide for Vine, slide for Vine, slide for Vine." But then like if he does do that
And
and he gets caught up, and then everybody want to boo hoo, and just cry about shit, and then you know it's just crazy, man.
in
I'm glad you brought that.
immaturity, people thinking it's a game. Like you said, it's all fun and games till somebody in a casket.
Right.
Facts.
Hey, I ain't gonna lie. I do like me some little Dirk, but when I do go into his page sometimes, like it's COVID, people say hashtags like, bruh, they be trolling his ass hard.
That's sad.
He
That's
just
sad.
I like Lil
That
Durk,
is
but he does not know how to deal with the trolling and stuff. Like best thing to do is ignore it, but he like lets it.
he need
He doesn't
no
let it
that
get to him, but he
that's
mentions it too much.
that mental state. That's sad. I feel bad for him. Like I didn't know like that was going on. That's really fucking sad because you don't know what that's doing to him mentally. Like, cause bruh,
It takes away
everybody dealing
from,
with some shit.
for me,
Right.
somebody who not familiar with the music like that. I listened to Lil Durk way back when he had the fade and he was just coming out.
Yeah.
That was the early drill, the early
Yeah.
Chicago drill
This
single
ain't,
that was
Yeah.
coming out. But
this ain't what you want. That Dirk hit
yeah, that was it. This ain't what you
That-
want. The
that's
black
my
and white
Dirk.
video and all that. But listening to him now, it's like it's taking it away from the music. Me getting a chance just to listen to the music because soon as they bring up him, it's like NBA YoungBoy and they start bringing up all of this on the 30. I'm like, no, I'm trying to listen to what he's saying because I ain't heard no new single from him in a while, and I wasn't really paying attention to him because I didn't like the whole auto-tune thing because I think he was using that real heavy when he started doing what he was doing
when he
with
tried to
Dave
started
Loaf
out
or whatnot.
Yeah, I remember he used it on. I think he used a little bit on hitters. It sounded good on This Ain't What You Want. He used that auto tune well. He didn't do too much of it, and actually, like at that time, he wasn't with no big label and shit. That shit sounded quality too when it came
Yeah.
out. This Ain't What You Want. Like I was like, damn, who produced this shit? I wasn't produced by no big label or nothing.
Have you heard the new song he got out now? The Aha.
Yeah, that's just fucking. That's just tough, yo. I like that.
Yeah,
shit.
it is, and that's the thing about it. I like the song without even noticing anything about dissing somebody or whatnot. And I even like him saying the whole thing at the beginning. This is all props. This ain't real. This is fake. That's smart. In case the law listening, that is smart. That's very smart because if they do try to use this, I'm like, hey, I said at the beginning, this is fake. This ain't real. This is this and the
Right.
third.
Mm-hmm.
It's all props and ain't real.
I feel like it's sad that artists. I mean, I get it, but it's sad that you got to even get that disclaimer because it's like, bruh, like that's what most artistry is. It's a real life situation, but you dramatize it and you make it seem like it's bigger than life. But and it's just your feelings, but that's not really what you ain't really about to do the shit, you know?
Well, yeah, and I just think it's silly too that
And I
Yeah,
feel like he's
I
rapping
like
a lot
that.
more on this new song. I feel like he's
Yeah.
definitely rapping. I didn't hear a lot of auto-tune in this new song.
I just find it silly that they use like in course enough they'll use rappers' lyrics against them, right?
Some
You know,
niggas
look,
just
look,
straight
it's
up telling on
different.
their stuff though.
It's just
Yeah.
Some
Well,
people
look,
really
and
do be telling on
it's
themselves.
like it's different if you legit like stitch on yourself saying like
Yo, I shot my homie
like,
down the street.
yeah, like
on
it's like
4th
I
Street.
shot Terry.
Like,
Hey,
I shot Terry at address 22954 blah blah
hey,
blah.
you remember
you
that
can find
scene
me
in
around the
Something
corner.
like
you
that.
remember that scene in
But-
Dance Flick?
Yeah.
but see, this is the problem with
He had to
it.
go
'Cause,
under the
like,
bed.
but see, this is the problem with it because let's say if a movie director got in trouble, right? We know for damn sure, whether they white or not, they're not gonna go use a movie director's movie and go like, all right, this is the reasons why we think you did this. So,
Bruh, hold on.
it's like
hold
it's
on.
like
It's some like horror films and like snuff films that they literally the director had to go to court to prove that they were not really killing people or torturing people
Yeah.
or harming people.
oh shit.
So like it get real. Like
Yeah,
it just
it gets real.
Yeah, like
Damn real.
the first Texas Chainsaw Massacre was considered like a snuff film and shit. Like,
yeah,
shit's
like
crazy.
they have to prove like this is not real, this is fake
But-
blood, this is how we did this.
But
Like, bruh.
this is what, but that's what I like about hip hop in
see,
general.
but you don't see it as much like rap because
You
like
definitely don't see
they
it as
really
much
try to use
fucking rap.
they
Definitely.
really try to weaponize the lyrics against the artists and stuff, and it's like this is all entertainment shit, But it's different if you like snitching on yourself and you
That's
you're saying you
dumb.
shot somebody and you say their name,
But that's
like, okay,
99% of
this is
rappers nowadays. Like they
Right.
just be like saying like,
Yeah.
yeah, I was on this block with a whole block. You know what I'm saying?
And
This,
that's
you know
even
what I'm saying?
older rappers.
Yeah.
Like you talking about older rappers.
Yeah.
Let's see,
Niggas
like,
was
all right,
clear.
hey, let's see, because the Migos do it. The Migos do it, right? They'll in a song, they'll say something like, I'm gonna shoot you with the Draco, but they don't say who they doing it to. The lyric itself ain't like something good, shooting with the Draco and shit. But they don't be saying like, I shot Lil Timmy with the Draco. And, if they
naming out names.
Well,
Right.
that's your if you're dumb enough to say the person's name And that's just like even when you talking like that's like girls writing love songs. They ain't going around just saying the name. Some of them are, some of them might.
Yeah.
I mean, Chris Brown yelled out Karuchi in the middle of his, but like,
I'm not sure if you've seen that song with with Young Ace. It's called
Who Got Smoke.
Who Got Smoke. He's literally naming off people that was not people that they killed, but people that
they
was like straight up, you know, dissing people that like straight up that they opposition that died and shit. You know, and like someone in court can use that against him if he ever got to go to court. They can use that song against him because he's naming his enemies, all that stuff. Affiliates, like, yeah, it's like I like the song. It's like, or you know,
they did that with a recent artist named ARL.
Yeah, that's how they he
did his whole album like that, right?
Yeah. In the Vlad interviews and whatnot, like
this nigga was on the run.
Over 2 times.
Vlad's the police. I don't care no what say. Vlad's definitely the police.
Nah, bro, you be watching them interviews. They be telling on themselves, man. They be sitting there going.
But he definitely be asking shit. He shouldn't be asking.
Drug dealer on this block.
Vlad the police. I'm with you.
Right, that's why.
Because Vlad would be like, I'm gonna use K-Dot as an example. Like, oh, so K-Dot, you know, so I heard you're really into the violence. I heard you're really into the violence. So can you speak about that? You know, that's how they trap you.
Oh yeah. I shot that nigga Jared in the foot.
Yo, didn't he ask that girl about when she tried to kill herself or some shit like that? Like, why the fuck would you ask somebody some shit like that? Like you tried to commit suicide. With it too. Like, so you tried to commit suicide. Like, how did you feel in those moments before you tried to take
that? Just like that.
Real quick. Hey, P, I'm glad you brought it up. You know that rapper Nardo Wick, the new guy just came out?
I kind of do.
He recently did an interview talking about how he used to rob niggas and shit, and I'm like, bro, I get it, but why would you like? Because this is what he said. He said I would rather steal from niggas, get $1,000 within a week or a day instead of having to go to work. And I'm like, bro,
I see that interview.
I remember that interview.
And I'm like, wait a minute. Yeah, I'm like, wait a minute. Since you said that, somebody could come out the cuts and say, hey, you stole this from me. And
you stole my chain.
And I'm about to get your ass.
Same thing happened with T Grizzly. Same thing happened with T Grizzly because you used to steal shit. I like T Grizzly. You used to steal shit.
Man, I'm gonna tell you.
And someone called him out for stealing his Xbox from back in the day.
Cardi B almost got caught up in that shit when she started talking about what she used to do. And then she had to backtrack.
Hey, that's the look. Look, I ain't trying to put Cardi B in jail, nothing. But that's a great. This shit.
She need to be in jail.
Niggas. Yeah, she should be. But like, she admitted to drugging niggas, drugging people, and over talking about, you know, my struggle. I had to drug a bunch of niggas to get. I'm like,
whoa.
Imagine if a nigga said that though. Like if Rick Ross cared, double standard.
Rick Ross,
he got in trouble with that. People got mad
put Molly on her champagne. She didn't know it. I was like, you wild.
Perfect example of you can't say that shit.
Yes. You can't say
that was the beginning of cancel culture.
You know what? Thank you. I'm gonna tweet that shit right now. You can't say put Pop Molly in champagne, but Cardi B can admit to drugging niggas and
Bro, I was listening to 21 Savage, bro. That nigga said on the end of the track, he said, "Man, I ran into the dude I robbed a couple years ago. I hope he was happy when I saw him." I'm like, "What, nigga?"
I mean, you didn't even do that with Blue Shiesty.
I'm like, "Huh?" I would have whooped your ass.
Somebody need to come out with a song just called Dry Snitching and just talk about just all the, you know what I'm saying?
Already did. Keenan and Peele. Keenan, what was that shit? That skit they had? Key and Peele.
But that aside though, like this is what I like about hip hop because it like doesn't happen in no other genre, like how competitive it is and stuff and whatnot. Like nobody in country's like, yo, this the hoop and the
That's what I'm about to say. Just within the own culture.
Did they be diss track?
Right.
Yo, pop stars be trying to have diss tracks and it don't work ever. Name me a good diss track that a pop star made. And it wasn't black, not black pop stars. I need a white one. Cause there's been some white beef, some white on white beef.
I never heard one, but like hearing like a country diss track,
Miley
I'm like, I'll
Cyrus.
pull up on my Tonka or some shit like.
Who did Miley Cyrus diss? It is, you're
Yeah.
right. The other
Especially the New
20%
York
is just
rappers.
niggas.
Nah, I'm just messing Pretty Girl track because I know you.
See, you better.
The other 20% is just niggas in their feelings.
Right.
I ain't gonna never forget about 6ix9ine.
But that's the thing, like people
God
need to
didn't give a
start speaking
fuck.
like need to start
6ix9ine
like
was
speaking
an
in
industry plant.
they gotta come up with like a different language, like some 5% of shit, like just speaking code nowadays. You know what I'm saying? Like
Man, you don't think
don't say who you gonna shoot. Just be like, yo, I got my slingshot and some shit. Just make some
They
shit
be
up.
trying. They be trying, but then they catch on to the lingo because it's not now you ride with a stick. Like they be
there's a
trying.
there's a dude on TikTok that's taking people's lyrics and deciphering them so people can understand it. You don't think nobody would understand that shit
Right.
now?
Oh, there's
Yo.
like lawyers that have reaction channels reacting to the rap music and stuff, like say like, yeah, that's illegal. That's
Like, yeah, that's illegal. Can't do that
Right,
shit.
our culture got so crazy, man, that it's
Remind me of
evolved to a
buddy
level
that, they said
don't make no
had
sense.
an episode of Atlanta that wanted to be white.
yeah.
I mean, but you got to look at the way we've been living for years. We've been living in survival mode. Like I'm just speaking for like African American people because, like I said, we are the same as in we're all black people across the earth, but like we are not the same culturally because Jamaicans ain't the same as Haitians, ain't the same as Dominicans, ain't the same as Americans,
Right.
ain't the same. Like we ain't the same. So we the same, but we ain't the same.
Facts.
Almost equal to. But yeah, so like as black people in America and having that like just being in survival mode. Like if you go talk to your parents, like most of their pitfalls in parenting us was because they were in survival mode. Like fuck your feelings, we trying to survive. Like you know what I mean? Like if you like look at the way people talk to kids in horror films when they trying to survive. Fuck your feelings. What
Right.
we try to survive. Like
Or like it blow my mind when I got some white friends and how they talk to their parents. I'm like, bruh, are you serious? I be wanting to leave because I was like, yo, I feel uncomfortable now.
Like you got your own room. You didn't have to share a room with 3 other people. Like
I
you.
hate this beat, man. I'm like, wait a minute.
See,
Wait a
Mom,
minute. Wait a
spend the night
minute.
tonight, man. You don't have to worry about
Stop
that
it.
bitch.
Go. When you leaving, bro? Oh, nah, bro. You disrespected your mom.
Y'all mom.
All right, I'm
My
out.
mom.
I'll come back and
killed.
you apologize.
I did not like. I had white friends, and my white friends didn't disrespect their parents because I'm not about to be. No, sir. No, you ain't got to worry about
Like
me.
fuck you, mom. I'm gonna take out the trash when I'm good.
What?
Connor, you going in on baby. Yo, I love how every year it's a name that gets like chosen to be something. So like you remember how it was like Karen's and Becky's, and then you had the Kyles, and now you got Chads. I'm like, yes, Chad.
Got Chad.
No,
Where do people come up with this shit?
Man, we got to. I think it's us, man.
Can I ask you something as far as just a little real world question?
Yeah,
I
whatever.
want to ask: is it true you shouldn't date or be in a relationship if you broke?
What?
Wait.
Man, hell no.
Maybe we should ask Kevin
You in a
Samuels.
relationship if you broke?
If
Yeah,
It
you broke,
depends. How broke are you? How broke are you?
what's the difference? Yeah, please tell us that. How broke are you?
There's levels to being broke. It's levels.
See, that's
to
what I'm
being broke.
saying. Okay.
I think you can be
You
in a
work.
relationship.
You got a job, but
You
I
working, but
You
you
work,
broke.
you
Yeah.
work,
Okay.
you work, you got a job. Go ahead. I gotta hear
Right,
this.
and look, I think you can be even if you like broke and you don't got a job because look, I was dating in high school. I had my job until I was
We
like
was all broke in high
Yeah, we was all broke as hell and shit. Like we judging this man.
No,
Hey,
I'm talking about adults.
Hey,
Adults.
hey,
Fuck
wait a
all
minute.
that.
I mean, as long as you got
You
a
ain't
job,
broke, you
as
time.
long as you got a job,
I mean,
it's fine.
here and
If you
there,
don't-
whatnot, but yeah.
That's
If
what
you
I
don't-
mean. What do you consider broke? Because as an adult,
You
like
gotta break that down.
if you
as
don't
an
got,
adult,
That's what I
if
was saying. You got a job.
you can still
because
date.
like college
Like,
students are broke, but they still date. Like should college students not date because they
Like
broke?
like you're buying Jordans, but then you realize you're kind of short on rent.
Yeah,
That's
No,
broke.
that's irresponsible. That's
Yeah.
that's
irresponsible.
irresponsible. That ain't broke.
If you're
Wait,
broke
and that's
because you're
fucking
irresponsible, that's a whole different broke. If you
Right.
broke because
That's
like
already
you
fucked
trying
up.
to build some shit right now, but you broke what you building, you need
Okay,
to
like
focus
this.
on
You
what
live
you
in check to
building.
check.
Yeah,
That's
check
not
to check that.
That's everybody.
Yeah.
How big is your check?
That's
It's
America.
still like how broke are you though? Like you live in check
Are
to
you
check
talking
versus
about-
Nigga,
like,
no bank account. Check to check.
Nigga, what?
See,
Well,
I'm
okay,
gonna
well,
need
I
you to
say
gain
it's-
some
You
financial
got a
literacy.
Chevy
Like,
Impala. Your
if you
car
look
don't
at it,
got
yeah, no
don't
bank
got
account.
push start.
Wait.
That's
We in
how you know you broke.
2020. We in 2022. Everybody got a bank account.
it's a lot of
Even
factors.
the damn prepaid cards.
It's a lot of factors, and we.
If you still got a
like,
tape player,
you still got a rush card.
Yes.
got
I got
an
a
8-track.
rush
Cards.
Stop. Some people
I-
appreciate old cars, and some people just like their old cars. I'm not judging you on your car. Like
What
that.
kind of
How
old
broke
car
are
you
you though?
talking?
Like
Like an
are
old
you
Caprice
like?
that was lifted, that you got the small rims in the factory
you-
rims on it from the 28.
I hate to even break it down to a job because it's like
also,
I don't
it's-
even
it's
want
gonna
to demean
feel like
somebody's
you live.
job, like, cause it's just how broke are you? Because like when I met my husband, we was both broke, so like that's and we were a different type of broke. Like you know,
I'm not understanding the question.
I was like we were like college kid broke though, so like
I
it
guess I
wasn't
should have
like
went into more detail with the question, but like I said, I was basically saying that like you live in paycheck to paycheck, you know.
dating
pay
depends on
bills one month.
situation.
You might
Dating
pay bills
your
one week,
needs.
and you might go out the
Don't-
other week.
It depends on what you want in life.
That's
Is your
almost
dating gonna
normal
be a
for
distraction to
2020.
you building?
Right.
But see, things are gonna depend. Like if you dating
Right.
and you living together, if you dating and living together, that's a
Oh, that's
different
basically
story.
what I'm asking.
And if you're living together, are you working towards marriage or are you just dating?
I ain't saying about living together. I'm just saying
I can
dating.
go- I can go
How
so
much does
deep
that make
into
an hour?
you can put that
You
to a
can't base it
number
off that
kind
either. I can't.
Well, yeah, that's
Yeah.
what that's what I'm saying. That's like one of the fact. Like, so let's say y'all. Let's say y'all living together. You living with your girl, and y'all both, you know, you both together. You don't got kids, nothing, but y'all dating. It's like then those expectations of like, can we make rent? Are you good with money and stuff? Because you know, money be a lot of things that break up relationships. But if you dating, y'all both working, y'all both live separate. Let's say you staying here, she stay there, y'all dating. That's why I say it's different when you staying with the person. Because when you staying with them,
Well,
you
that's what I'm saying. You wasn't really necessarily staying with them. Y'all just dating.
right.
Doing what y'all
I had
doing.
a crib.
Yeah, that is another thing. What do you define as
with that.
dating? Are you in a relationship because that's still dating, or are you like you talking to other people like you
Well, that's why I
you're
said dating or
exploring your
relationship.
options?
Oh no, y'all like legit traditional dating, you know, traditional dating.
Entanglements.
I mean,
It's not entanglements. Y'all don't. First of all, y'all don't casually date. Like if you like, and when you're single, do you talk to a certain amount of people, or you just focus on one person?
Oh, yeah,
Like,
I mean,
what
if
the fuck you do?
I'm single, you know,
If I'm single, I'm single as hell. I'm just
Yeah.
gonna go ahead and tell
but
you
like
that
I'm in a
shit.
relationship, I can't swing no,
said
I
that
can't
with
swing with
confidence.
nobody else. I'm in a
Bruh.
relationship.
My
mingle
single
ways
days.
to mingle.
Bruh. No, because like I don't get
That's
why people
understandable,
don't want to like experience as me. Oh my god, this shit sounds horrible.
No, man.
I'm gonna shut up before people
Nah.
start to infer shit about what I'm saying.
I'm saying since
Because
you
it
don't
ain't like
wanna
that.
say it. If you single and you want to fool around with whoever you want, go ahead and do it. It's different when you're in a relationship with somebody and you fooling around with somebody else. But if you're single and you want to fool around with as many people as you want, do what you got to do. You single, you ain't tied to nobody, you don't owe nobody nothing.
Should you do that if you broke?
I mean, we in a whole new age of
Should you
people
do
having
that?
Hell yeah, I'm gonna do it. I'm gonna tell you why I do it. I'm gonna tell you why, because I'm gonna budget that ass. You talking about you want to go where? Red Lobster now. We don't got that budget today. We go to Olive Garden.
See, that's you. But
You
see,
go to Red Lobster?
if
I know somebody was there.
you can date while you're quote unquote broke. As long as you budget it in, is it in your budget? Is it within your means? Don't be getting your lights cut off just to take somebody.
Right. The way my bank account is set up.
And trying to expect some coochie and shit. Like, what the fuck? Like,
hold up. I'm taking the Olive Garden. And
I took you to the drive-through.
I expect the draws because I took you to Olive Garden and I'm broke. Well, stop. Don't take it to Olive Garden.
Yeah.
You got gas to take you back home.
Cause she broke too. She broke too.
Look, we can go so deep in the dating, like, bruh, like, don't take me there.
Nah, we going to Olive Garden. We gonna get
good Chick-fil-A.
We going on a special night.
Oh no, Chick-fil-A too high. You can't do that.
2 for the same price.
Well, unless we sharing, you split the sandwich in half.
Yeah, you spend more than $20. They ain't spending more than $20.
We're not getting fries.
It's splitting the sandwich. Yo, that's hot.
Bruh, don't, like, I've talked to people that dated broke and, like, dudes be creative as hell. Y'all be creative as hell to show that y'all niggas not broke. I'm gonna tell y'all.
Let me keep it 100. I could cook my ass off. So when me and my wife, before we even got married and everything, I was broke as fuck. So I was making like $12.50 an hour and getting paid every 2 damn weeks. So I'm fixing this nice ass meal for her and shit. And that's how I got it. You know what I mean? That's how I do my dates. I find a dime. You feel me?
That's what my husband did with me. He did the exact same thing. Our first date was at his house.
This is some bullshit. This whole thing, this is some bullshit. This is over.
But now,
right.
I take a nice ass restaurant. I do that, like Cajun Queen and shit like that, or Epic Chop House. I do that.
Yeah, Shorty said, "Oh, we gotta go get some sushi." I'm like, "Nah, you gotta pick somewhere else.
You got half a sandwich.
You pick somewhere else." Take you to Fridays.
What do you expect after getting half a sandwich? Like, what do you expect her to do? Like, what's your expectations for this day?
Hey,
man,
it's not appropriate for YouTube, but
after giving half a sandwich, what are your expectations? I mean, where are we going with this?
Half some ass.
Hey, look. This new generation got it made. They don't have to go.
So you ain't finishing, right?
Well, this new generation does have it made when it comes to kinda, but not really. It gives them a lot of options, so they're terrible with their attention span and focus. But they do have it easy because, like, we used to have to wait till we went to school or to a party or to a game or something to meet people.
Man,
like,
I saw this young nigga sit right beside this girl and said, "You want to smoke up? You got weed? Hell yeah!" That's the, they fuck.
Hey, these days,
I'm like, how the hell they doing it?
That's how you introduce yourself to the date. Do you smoke?
Hey, you want to smoke?
Right. You want that?
You automatically on a date now because y'all smoking.
That's it. That's that gas.
Yeah.
So smoking with somebody is a date.
Yeah.
I'm not lying to you.
Oh my God.
Now in the new generation.
That's a candlelit dinner.
That's a date.
What?
Nigga, what?
That's Netflix and chill.
Well, I done been on some dates. I done been on some dates and didn't know it. Like, damn. Yo, no, polyamory.
Relationship.
This new generation. This new generation is like, yeah, they fucking everything. From bears to horses, like.
You said what?
Well, they ain't different. This generation.
But yeah, but they're like into polyamory is just like I can be in a serious relationship with multiple people, or I can be in a relationship with however many people I want, and they all know about each other and they cool with it. That's polyamory. Or thrumples, where you just like have 2 girlfriends or 2 boyfriends.
Oh yeah, that's a date now, brother.
Hell yeah, we getting old, bro.
I'm I'm mad that smoking is not a date. That is we
Bruh,
chilling and conversing.
What?
That's
You
not a
didn't
fucking
know you
date.
going to go eat.
Smoke
I'm
and
not
eat some
lying to you.
monkeys.
I'm not lying to
I
you.
don't know.
That
I
shit
can
is
be
real.
high and
Watch
not eat.
Friday.
I love ice cream though. When I'm
And you gonna set the
Netflix and
mood. Everybody
chill.
gonna be feeling
Everybody
good.
no,
high.
Everybody gonna
stop
be stuck on the
I've
couch.
I've been hoodwinked into dates. Like what the fuck? This ain't
The
a
girl,
date.
hey, the dude just be high as hell talking about, man, I'm horny as fuck.
I'm
Okay.
like, how did you get here?
Hi.
My
That's how this
gosh.
generation goes, man. I'm tripping off this shit. You know how hard it was to get the draws in my generation? In our generation? Shit.
You
We
sure
had
was
to take
that
you out
hard?
to eat. Nigga, it was hard to take you out to eat. Take you out to
I'm
eat,
just
take you to a
I'm asking
movie.
you, opinion wise, y'all sure was that hard?
Nigga, yes. It was.
Do what?
In our generation, it
What's
was
the
hard to
question?
get the draws.
What was the question?
He asked was it hard to get the draws in our generation.
It depends on who you ask. I mean, like I was.
It was more.
I would say
I'm
it's
not
it's
gonna
harder
speak.
now because it's like, yo, nowadays certain things like you just even
Yeah, because back
complimenting a
then,
Social
woman
media
face to
have
is
face, you was
expensive.
able to interact with people right then and there, right there.
Yeah.
Y'all right there talking to each other face to face.
I prefer that
Yeah.
I like that.
because I can
I
feel
can't
your
do this.
energy.
I can't do this damn Zoom shit.
That's why I don't feel like it was that much harder back then than it is now.
I mean, it was a lot.
Nowadays,
it was
like,
advantages, but disadvantages. The
but nowadays,
disadvantages
like,
is like
yeah,
you really
social media is fucked up. Like the dating scene was
Bro,
definitely
oh
like
God,
people.
what I'm saying
glad I'm
is,
not out there.
I'm saying like this,
It's
bro.
terrible out there. It's scary.
Compared to what we was doing to now, they smoke a blunt, they fucking.
So we wasn't
Or
doing that back then. Not
popping some
smoking blunt, but
pills.
just. I
But we.
That happens too.
My,
That happens too.
my life was just crazy back then. So
I'm
like
about to say, wow, man.
I mean,
I got stories.
I was wild too, but
I'm just
I
gonna leave
was
it at
wild
that.
too, but it was not that easy to me. Maybe because I worked so goddamn much. That's maybe what it was.
Yeah.
Carry around a phone book, little phone book thing.
That's maybe what it was. I was stacking.
That's back when motherfuckers used house phones. Like, whenever I hear my house phone go off, I'm like, what the fuck?
Yeah.
What was that?
Three way.
3 ways, yeah.
Oh gosh.
Technology.
Gallop.
Understandable. Absolutely understandable.
10 years strong. 10 years strong. Cause this
What?
dating scene ain't. I've been married for 10 years.
That's what's up.
Hey, me too.
Hey.
Me too.
That's good. That's good.
Have all y'all seen the thing?
The movie?
Yeah, the original one.
Yeah.
That's the one where the
with Kurt Russell.
shapeshifter. The shapeshifter.
Oh, okay. Yeah. They're making a new one,
Wait,
bro.
no. Wait, isn't the one with that's the shapeshifter? They in the snow?
Yeah, that's it.
Okay.
Man,
Because I be getting that. I be feel like I be getting that and the blob mixed up. So.
we getting so many
Wow,
reboots. We got so many reboots. We got the Exorcist coming out next year.
Talking about this. It's coming from the same studio, BLUMHOUSE.
Nah.
I wasn't even noticing that they was moving forward with doing the Thing reboot. Being that I thought they had already did that, but they did a prequel, which was all right. It was all right.
Are they going to be like modern day, or is it going to be like?
I don't even know.
Look, it's so funny when you talk about movies now. Like you just be like, so what year is this gonna be set in? Versus when movies were made, it was just
That's
like.
what I'm trying to see if they even saying that, but I guess they just saying they just moving forward with the reboot. They're not even mentioning that what year it's gonna be set in or whatnot.
Is it gonna be a series or a movie, or they don't?
It's gonna be a movie. It's definitely gonna be a movie.
I would like to see a series. I feel like a lot of these horror reboots would be better as a series. Like the Texas Chainsaw Massacre, that would have been interesting if they would have like kind of did a series around like a little mini series, like it was 8 episodes.
You talk about the new one?
Yeah,
Oh
it'd be
Lord.
interesting. But yeah, it'd be interesting to see what they do with the thing.